when it's Tyson week. But what is correct, I should say, is the competition we have today, because it's going to be fierce, especially looking over at that Pioneers roster, man. They are absolutely filthy. But before we get there, man, it's all about the format. And it's all, I love these tournaments, man, just because it's 4 teams, single elimination, winner take all. You couldn't ask for anything simpler.
It's straightforward, it's simple, and it's a hell of a lot of fun getting 3 best of 5s, so you get a ton of really great action packed into not a super long tournament here, and it's awesome. So there of course is our map rotation. Important to remember, prior to this week we didn't have King of the Hill in the mix. Now we do. I'm curious, before we jump into the teams, what are your kind of thoughts on King of the Hill coming into the competitive mix for Halo Infinite?
I am 90% loving it, 10% hate the bane of my existence. The overtime rules are the thing that get me, you know what I'm saying? So it's like sometimes you're having like 3 resets a game because the overtime is a little jank right now. That's supposed to get fixed, but when it comes to King of the Hill, I think it's very solid thus far. The rotations are very clean, except for Hill 5 most of the time, because for some reason they're like, hey, yeah, let's put Hill 5 right in mid in the open and make it just an absolute hell to get through. So it can get a little bit crazy towards the end of games where you see hills that cause to go like 2-3 minutes, and it causes some overtime shenanigans. But other than that, man, I really love how it forces these teams to play with each other, how it brings a breath of fresh air to the competition.
I definitely think that it is a nice wrinkle into the mix here with, of course, the other modes that we have. Now you can see, though, the teams that will be competing today. It is 4 squads, a single Elim bracket, best of 5s only. Of course, Red and Blue are here representing Esports Arena. But then things get really fun when you go down to the bottom side of this roster list and you see that Pioneers roster that has been bringing Collect in as a sub a little bit over the last few weeks. It's Soul Snipe, Druck, Collect, and Eco. That is the roster that they competed with and won with on Monday night this week, and they're looking to double down, and they have a good shot to do so. That's a strong roster.
Yeah, I'm really interested in how they compete today. Collect is, I think, a rising star, a superstar in the making. Eco, world champion, and then you have this the duo of Druck and Soul Snipe. So I'm going to say, man, it's going to be tough for any team to take a game off these guys. I think Built by Gamers have an opportunity. Maybe we get to see ESA Red get a little bit dirty again. I saw that they were doing a lot better the last couple weeks. So, maybe they can try to steal a game or 2 off. And, anything can happen at best of 5. But I think the Pioneers are your clear favorite coming in today.
I agree with you there. And I think you make a great point talking about Red. It feels like they've made this nice, steady progression over the last few weeks, and we'll have to see if they can put that to use here today. We're into our first game of the day. It's Built by Gamers and Esports Arena Red kicking it off. We've got Capture the Flag, and we are well underway. That BBG flag already picked up here by Esports Arena Red, so let's see what they can do if they can get a quick start here in game number 1.
At Aperture, he's just soaring through, hitting the movement tech left and right, and this flag hitting itself, punched in. No! Last second, the heat wave comes in, gonna stop it short. That flag out and away. It's Neighbor who's staying alive, but not for long as Stan finds the kill, and this could be a quick counter as this flag will return on its own, and I don't think anyone's there to stop it. ESA Red punching back with all their weight.
Well played there for Esports Arena Red. Just quick note, we'll get it adjusted for you guys, but we do have the team names at the top on the wrong side. So we'll swap those here momentarily, but it is Esports Arena Red. They've got the lead 1-0 so far, just under 11 minutes to go, and a nice kill there from Ampium, and now we'll see if they can kind of keep the momentum rolling. Important that, you try to chain one capture into another. If you can start getting that spawn control and really start to apply pressure here to BBG, do not give them a moment to breathe in this game.
This heat wave going to be so important to team successes today. If you're able to grab that thing, control it throughout the entire game, it's going to make your life easy. The sandbox is what's pivotal to your success. That's why teams like Optic Gaming and Sentinels are so successful. When you see a player like Lucid on the map, he's not going to let any of these weapons go to waste. And while Nexi needs to channel his inner Tommy Wilson right here as he's looking for the first 2 perfect shots, but then the rest come forward. Nexi falls, and you can see them funneling into utility, finally finding an outlet to get out of their base as ESA Red needs to try to finish the suffocation. A beautiful nade from Stan and a better double from Too Nice as they start to fly through. It looks like ESA Red's coming out red hot today as another flag's on its way.
They're looking good. It really feels like since they've gotten that first cap, they've really backed BBG into a corner. And while they were able to gain, you know, as you said, a little bit of space there towards utility, it was never enough to get some breathing room on the map. And it means that now Esports are in a red, close to getting their second cap. They're going to secure it. So a quick 2-0 lead here in the first few minutes. And BBG very much on the back foot here in game 1.
Yeah, I'd really love to see this fast, aggressive play from ESA Red, and they're mixing it in with the correct pacings, right? Because not only are they playing fast, they're playing smart. You'll see them slow down when it's necessary, wait for the opening, and that's where we saw the collapse, where they got 3 down, a flag through. BBG looking a little bit rocky to start. You know, maybe that's coming in with, you know, playing with their coach once again. Neighbor stepping in, an accomplished pro of the past, but you know, it is the past. You know, I think he prefers to be in that coaching role. And then also playing with Precision today. Precision playing with Luminosity during the Pro Series and Open Series, as he's been testing out for that spot with his long-term duo of Alex Shock. So maybe some trouble in paradise early on for BBG, but this is a team that has a lot of experience, right? So you'd hope that they can figure this out, get themselves back on the right track. But so far, ESA Red just turning up the heat.
Yeah, they picked up the flag. They've got the heat wave here as well. Too Nice going to be able to pick that one up. Going to get the reset on the flag, and now looking to move his way towards mid here. Is going to go down, but gets that flag now just down below their base. And the question is can ESA Red get out here, apply the pressure, and secure that 3rd point as we jump on board with Paradigm, trying to get back here into the BBG base, expecting that flag return. We'll see. Looking across, trying to get that long look across the top of the map here. Is going to go down in the base, but gets the flag out once again, and here comes Ampium.
That's a tough look for ESA Red back there. Stan wanted to try to stay, wanted to get into that back, get the pull right away, but what it eventually did was it put ESA Red in a 3v4. He just didn't have an angle to help with the rest of his teammates. Eventually built by gamers find the kill, and then when he does pull out the flag, his position's immediately known and taken care of. Thus BBG able to get an easy capture on the board and able to cut the lead down just to 1.
Yeah, BBG finally on the board. We saw a nice little double there from Paradigm, but not able to get a whole lot more here as Nemesis trying to apply pressure here to the left side of the base. Is going to take out Too Nice, but that frag will finish him off, and that's going to be Nexi falling as well. So BBG starting to punch back here, starting to kind of claim some territory here on the map. The question is can they turn it into a tying capture? That's going to be Ampium with the kill, the assist there to Paradigm, and Too Nice going to finish off Precision. And ESA Red has certainly had to slow down here as we have just about 6.5 minutes remaining, and BBG's right on their heels, so they cannot rest on their laurels in this first game.
No, yeah, right now, I mean, all these players not only are, you know, they're trying to win, but if you're a fan today, you can also try to win as well. We got some fantasy going on today, so if you're interested, today you can choose your kill leader and how many kills they're going to get in the tournament. When you get it right, you'll get yourself a mystery prize. Now, I'm gonna put you on the spot right here, yeah. So if you had to choose in this tournament, who's going to be your kill leader in today's tournament?
I feel like if you're not picking Collect, you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot. Now, guessing how many kills he's going to get, that's a little bit more difficult. If I'm looking at probably, let's say, 7 games that KCP plays, I'm going to go 105. I'm going to go 105 kills in Collect. What was your pick?
I did Collect. I just put out the tweet right now. I said I'm going to take Collect. I said 124 kills. I think he's going to have a couple big performances, but I like it. I think you're almost spot on with your prediction right there. Especially, I think if they sweep the table today, I think that's a really spot on kill prediction. Now, I see a lot of people guessing 170, 180 kills. I'm like, ooh, yeah, there's been these guys to come out and slay pretty heavy.
I mean, and I feel like that's only happening if you're forcing KCP to 5 games, which I think you're going to be hard-pressed to do today. We were talking to the top. We were really confident in that roster. Of course, they're coming in hot off of their performance on Monday. I have a hard time believing they're going to play enough games for Collect to hit those kill totals, but we will find out as we are now tied up here in Game 1 of this series between Esports Arena Red and BBG. BBG very much were on the back foot at the start of this one, but they have collected themselves, they've settled down, and they've really started to counterpunch here with Esports Arena Red, and with 4.5 minutes remaining. All that momentum from the start of this game is really gone away. Not a lot of wind in the ESA Red sails. We'll have to see if they can get themselves back together and get this game under control.
That's what you did. You said collect themselves.
Yep.
I see what you're doing. I'm not going to let that one slide. But as we say, ESA Red, well, they're going to have to collect themselves on the respawn screen. 3 of them going down, and Aperture, look at him, he wants to get them all. They're all on top of each other, but he's getting the damage in, and with the help of Nemesis, they're looking to finish this collapse, as they'll have an opportunity to pull this flag. Aperture going to be able to clean up one, Precision gets the next, and now look at this little slide. Tech getting that flag out and away, his teammates working quickly, but someone forgot to hold down B. Flag not going to be able to stay, and it's going to slow Aperture down a little bit, but with how these slays are going, it doesn't seem like it will affect too much. This flag going to go in, and for the first time in today's game, Built by Gamers have a lead.
Yeah, killing spree there for Precision. It is the 3-2 lead here for BBG, and all of a sudden Red in a lot of trouble here as Ampium trying to get out of danger. Is going to kind of look down, avoid that headshot, and get to safety for the time being. Nades down the stairs here, paired up with Too Nice, and they have been slowed down on the advance as Paradigm is down, so it's the 3v4, and they trade out 1 for 1 there as Ampium takes out Precision, but they really need to right the ship here as here comes their own flag, and now Ampium really going to have to make a big play here. Is going to be able to get the BBG flag out of the base here, so we're at a bit of a stalemate. Now the question is, can they win this trade? Because 3 dead for BBG, and this might be a tie game for Red.
Wow, great job. I wasn't too sure about the play from Ampium. I thought maybe he was getting a little bit too aggressive with that pole, maybe go back and slay, but that just shows how much confidence he has in his teammates, right? Because essentially he left 2 of his teammates and said, you guys need to get the job done. You stop the flag, you get the return, and they did it all, and it's going to lead to a quick counter for that ESA Red squad. And right now, you have to be pretty happy with their efficiency in today's game because, well, let's face it, they're getting outslayed thus far. Built by Gamers just have more of that slaying presence, but we've seen so much effective use of the numbers so far from ESA Red. When they get 2 or 3 down, they're capitalizing each time, whereas Built by Gamers, it seems like they have a tendency to overslay, just like how Precision gets the overkill 4 in a row for him, the first one of today's tournament. Precision heating up in this late game.
Yeah, the good thing though there for Red was despite that overkill coming through and 3 being dead right there at the end of that for the squad, they actually don't get punished with the capture. They're actually able to trade 2 for 1 there, and now the question is Red have the advantage? Can they get the capture? Can they take the lead? Just over 60 seconds remaining in this game. Nemesis going to stall momentarily there in the base, pick up the flag, and now Esports Arena Red in trouble because BBG is looking to retake the lead.
Yeah, it doesn't look like anyone from ESA Red's really in a position to try to stop this one, but Nemesis, he's been slow, and while it's might come back to bite him, he is able to find the first, but the kill from over top comes in. Nexy with a big one, but he needs to find the next, and he's playing it very smart. Not just jumping on that flag right away, trying to bait it himself, but eventually a nade comes through, and it was Aperture who was able to find that kill. And, well, this flag is just going to become a slaughter fest over at Car 1. You see everyone getting in position, but Built by Gamers able to survive the onslaught. They get the flag and the return, and now it's a desperation mode for ESA Red. They have an opportunity. They need to find these next slays. It's not an option for them to fail. And one Nemesis, he's starting to knock them all down, give them 2. The third not quite in reach, but the flag comes in. 4-3 lead. ESA Red are not going to be able to get it done with only 5 seconds remaining. They're going to drop 0-1 in today's series.
So well played there from Nemesis at the end, not getting greedy, knowing that they had the flag out and he had time. Instead elects to go to top mid, defend near camo, picks up the most clutch double kill that gives BBG room to breathe and grab that capture. And right at the end of it, BBG able to grab the victory. That was so cleanly played, and I love it from BBG, despite, again, they kind of got kicked in the teeth right off the bat in that match, but they settled down. They started to play their game, and they just got better and better as it went on, and it certainly resulted in a strong victory.
Yeah, I'm really shout out to Precision that game too. He had 33 kills. I think he went plus 13 at the end of the stat sheet, and that's just an indicator that he's out here to play. He's right now he's testing that free agency market. He's working with Alex Shock. They're trying to pair themselves up as a duo, but it's great to come out and showcase your performance on these styles of tournaments, right? When you have to come in, fill in for someone, it's your responsibility to come up and slay out and get your name out there. And Built by Gamers, they have to be taken back a little bit. It's like, yeah, this is the people that we're running with, but our fourth that we're picking up for the event is dropping more kills than anyone else on our team. Like, it's got to get your mind working a little bit about maybe picking up a potential fourth in the former Gears of War Pro Precision.
Sounds like a very familiar conversation of one we were having before the show about KCP. But we can dig maybe into that one a little bit more later. But well played from BBG. They take the lead in the series. They're up 1-0. Now we head over to Streets. Slayer is up next. Of course, it's game 2, so no surprise there. And the question here is Red going to go down 0-2? Because it feels like a tough test here for me. For Red, they were getting outslayed, as you already mentioned, in that first game, and now with some of these power weapons available, too nice though, able to get the Bulldog early, hunting for that power weapon in mid, but isn't quite going to be able to get it, and it's Aperture going to get right in here, grab the early rockets, and this is the kind of start you don't want to see if you're a fan of Esports Arena Red.
Nah, it's a tough one, and you know, efficiency wasn't a problem for them in game 1, but what was getting kills, and this is all that Slayer's about. It's 50 kills to win, stay alive, and so far they've allowed the power weapons to go to Built by Gamers. They've allowed the position on the map largely to go to them. It's about stabilizing out of this position. Now, only down 2 after losing rockets and shotguns. Still plenty of opportunity for them to get back into this game, but you're starting to see it get a little bit mixy towards bottom red, and that goes against Built by Gamers. It's a clean wipe for ESA Red, and this is the most important part of the game, right? When you get 4 down, how do you respond on the back end? Can you start to make things tumble in your direction, build that momentum? As you can get back-to-back wipes, that's where you start to run away with the game. And so far, Built by Gamers 4 down once again, so struggling early on against ESA Red. I'm really loving these collapses that we're seeing from the Red boys.
I'll tell you what, if you can give up rockets and the Bulldog basically off spawn and come out of that with a lead somehow, that's a hell of a way to kick off a game. So despite a couple of early mistakes from Red, no panic whatsoever from the team, and they're looking really solid right now. Now up by 7 kills here. That's too nice with a real good double there, and Aperture gonna go down to Paradigm. And Esports Arena Red, they're firing on all cylinders, led by Nexisaur and Too Nice right now. They're looking like cold-blooded killers here in game 2.
I'm loving how these guys are coming out and playing early on. Now, this is going to be the juncture where we get to see what the mettle of ESA Red is. Can they keep up the momentum, or are they going to allow Built by Gamers to get back into this game? Because it's going to be a massive blow to their confidence. Even if they do win this game, if it becomes close, like a 49-50, you can't let that happen. You have this massive lead in the early game. It's about keeping that momentum and starting to run away with the game. In fact, I would say you need to be winning by 10 plus points in this game. Really get yourself that confidence that's needed going into the rest of this series. And so far, things are looking great, but Built by Gamers, they can come to life at any moment.
Well, and it's also, one, the boost to your confidence, but also can be a big blow to BBG's as well. If you come out in this Slayer game and just absolutely dominate, you completely rip the momentum away from a team who really, again, we talked about was getting better and better as the game went on. If you just stop them in their tracks here in game 2 and have this kind of dominant performance, it can completely shift the dynamic of this series heading into game 3. So we'll have to see what they can do here as Coach Cobb taken out. That's too nice, looking for the double kill, is going to pick it up, knocking down Nemesis, and just like that, it's a 12 kill lead for Esports Arena Red.
It was Precision who had an incredible game in game 1. This time sitting at just 6 and 8, just cannot get anything going, and it looks like he's not going to be the player that they can depend on for this Slayer. And what's interesting about Precision in particular is that he's playing out of Hawaii. I think he's like the only competitive Halo player I know right now that currently competes out of Hawaii. Now, I know he was in Hawaii for like Gears of War. I'm interested to see if he's still in Hawaii. I think he is. But, that can always play a factor, man. You're just praying you don't get those East Coast servers. But sometimes it doesn't work in your favor. ESA Red starting to run away, 39-25. Exactly what we wanted to see from these guys. And I'm really impressed with how they've performed in the Slayer thus far.
They're looking great. Too nice with 14 kills. How about Paradigm? 11 kills and 11 assists. Also only the 7 deaths here. This is a hell of a performance from Esports Arena Red. They've already hit the 40-point threshold here. Meanwhile, BBG still at 28 kills, and it's just been a pretty suffocating performance from Esports Arena Red as they really have not let BBG get up and get a breath here. Nemesis gonna fall. Now looking for one more as Ampium is gonna be able to pick that up. Looking for the double here. Is gonna fall though. Aperture trying to stem the tide here as they're now within 10.
That was a big one for Aperture, right? Because it's still possible. 32-42. You start getting the run, you start getting your clean wipes, you're able to get back into this game. He falls right there. Suddenly you give up a massive double kill to Red, and well, they could just start to use that to close out this game. Instead, you're going to make Red have to earn every single one of these kills. And ooh, I love this. Neighbor and Aperture working together. They're trying to get into the face of this player towards shotgun. They need to execute on these kills. Neighbor goes down, unfortunately, but yeah, there you go. That's going to be a tough one. It was a very high-risk play, but you just couldn't afford those trades. And even as things start to go into the favor of BBG, I think those deaths are just going to cost too much in the end of the day.
Aperture was really getting it done. Got the killing spree there, the double kill before going down. Aperture trying to do everything in his power to bring this game back in his team's favor. The only player in double digits on the side of BBG, but it just seems a little too little too late here. As just one kill remaining for Esports Arena Red. You asked for that 10-point lead, and they give you 13 tools as we're tied at 1 in this best of 5.
Yeah, very impressed with how they could just keep it going, right? Red not showing any slowdown whatsoever. Very impressive performance from them. I specifically look at Too Nice. I think he ended at 19-9. He had 0 assists as well. Something you don't wild to see that in a Slayer, having 0 assists. But the man was cleaning up and finishing his kills. So shout out to him. He gets the job done as we move on to Strongholds.
Yeah, Too Nice. I would say that performance lived up to his name. And Stan Paradigm as well, looking really good. I think, collectively took all of Too Nice's assists as well, because at one point, again, sitting with 11 kills and 11 assists, that's a really good performance there from Paradigm. And everybody just looking really solid for Esports Arena Red. And now, as we mentioned, it kind of shifts the dynamic of this series. Of course, you've got 2 big objective game types ahead of you. Strongholds on Live Fire is next. Then we go back to Streets for Oddball. And if you are Esports Arena Red, you stumbled in the first objective game type. You need to take at least one of the next 2 to guarantee another Slayer game that they have been so strong on here. And we'll have to see what they can do. As we head over to Live Fire, what is kind of your prediction for this next game?
I want to see Built by Gamers get back into the swing of finding their voice, finding their slays on the map, and I think that's largely going to come through with the sniper being in play. I think whatever team gets control of the sniper rifle and starts putting it to work will dictate the pace of this game, and will have the best opportunities to find their win. But so far, hey, Nexi winning his opening fight. 2 go down for BBG. ESA Red, although they're not scoring, they're getting control of the heat wave, and they could find themselves some great opportunities early on.
Yeah, that was an important early kill from Nexi to avoid the trip cap from BBG right off the bat. Does fall after picking up that heat wave, but at least able to trade a kill down there. But we'll have to see a sniper in the hands there of Esports Arena Red. Precision, though, going to get the beat down onto Ampium, and it's a 22-0 lead here to kick things off, and now Precision has that sniper in his hands, and they're looking to push for control of this B site. The patient play here from Precision, looking towards mid, is going to be able to tag one player, but isn't going to be able to finish off the kill. They will be able to capture B here, and they're going to keep putting points on the board. So Esports Arena Red at an early deficit, and the power weapons in favor of BBG to kick this one off.
Yeah, you better. Precision needs to, put some emphasis on his namesake right here. Be precise with the sniper rifle. You already see him hit one body, but they just really haven't felt much pressure from ESA Red ever since getting this 2-cap. It was really those opening fights that determined so much. And Precision, he feels good just sitting over here at back B, hitting the body shot, and really just no pressure to be found. And Red, they just need to find the pick, but even when they try to wrap on the way back as Precision hits the headshot, they just can't get the BRs together. They can't get the kills. And BBG, they're not even pushing for the trip cap. They're just happy with 2. They're finally going to start pushing forward, but that was probably a 40-second reprieve where they just stood still, and the spawns got the kills, and now finally trying to flip out A as they work for a potential trip.
Yeah, Paradigm going to be in a rough spot here, looking for the quick and sneaky assassination there. Isn't going to be able to get it, but Too Nice in for the assist, able to pick out 1. 2 players dead for each side as Ampium tries to sneak in behind there, but isn't going to be able to grab it. And the advantage still here to BBG. A site going to be picked up by Esports Arena Red, so no more trip cap there, but it's already a 110-point lead for BBG. They are well in control of Game 3.
Yeah, if you're BBG right here, you're trying to commit a crime. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to keep them under 18. No, you don't want to get them any points at all. Keep them in the single digits, and you'll be very happy with your response in this game because they got. I mean, let's be honest. BBG kind of got bullied in the Slayer, and to come back out in the objective and to play at your highest level and really not to allow ESA Red any momentum. In fact, to just beat them down is their top priority. And I like this push from ESA Red. You see, they just put 3 people through mid, and although it's a great push for them to try to get towards C, Precision was right on top of it. Look at that clean rotation. He's going to be able to get A before really that rotation to C counts for anything for ESA Red.
This series started with a very tightly contested Game 1. It kind of felt like both teams were feeling each other out a little bit. And it just feels like that entire facade has dropped since. It's just a heavyweight bout. We're not playing defense. We're just throwing hands right now in this series. It was Esports Arena Red with the big punch in Game 2 in Slayer. And now BBG looking to return some damage here in Game 3. Coach Cobb going to go down there. Can Esports Arena Red stem the tide here? They're so heavily on the back foot. And Aperture, guess what? Sniper back in the hands here of BBG. They're going to recapture C while A heads over to Esports Arena Red. And BBG's rotations just continue to be so well timed, so well played. And we're finally, for the first time since the first minute of this game, going to see Esports Arena Red actually putting some points on the board, though it is immediately stalled here. And BBG makes me immediately eat my words.
Yeah, I was seeing, I was like overshield in. They finally got the 2-cap, but it was a quick rotation for BBG. They're trying to keep him to 3. As Too Nice, well, he's the last line of defense right here and able to stay alive. And I like this from Too Nice. Try to get aggressive while you can. Unfortunately, Precision was able to get there quicker, and he's going to be able to find the cutoff kill. And right now, ESA Red, they're all starting to fall, and now it's looking like a stark reality that not getting more than 3 points is probably in their future because of the way that BBG has just dominated the map thus far. I mean, you got players like Precision at 11-2. Like they just, the slay output just has not been enough for ESA Red.
It has definitely not been enough in the rotations. I mean, you talked about it coming into this game. You wanted to see them get back to that rotation game, and it has been so clean so far in this one. And that's it. That is it. 250-3, one of the most dominant Strongholds performances I have ever seen in an Esports Arena Red team that had found new life after that strong performance in Game 2 are suddenly flatlining here after that performance in Game 3.
Yeah, that's one of the most dominating performances you'll ever see in Strongholds. It's very hard to get a perfect game, and that was just about perfect. 250-3. There's not really much to say that you did wrong. It came out right off the gate. You know, ESA Red, I mean, if Nexi didn't win that opening fight, they might have gotten trip capped right away and maybe never got a point. That's how dominating that live fire Strongholds was. But it's about putting it behind you, and that's where we need to see improvement from ESA Red. They were able to do it in Game 2. They completely forgot about choking away Game 1. Now it's about putting over a devastating defeat in the back of your mind and starting to push forward and get yourself towards a Game 5. You've done it in the Slayer already. You just need to steal away an objective. And while Oddball, you got plenty of opportunity. It's going to be a long game. You can play your style. Just make sure you're finding your slays. And I think that's where ESA Red has lacked the most, is just finding the slays in the objective.
Yeah, and I mean, at the very least, they're going back to a map that they have already won on. They were very comfortable on streets. It looked like they had just a very good sense of the spawns and how things were going to work once they kind of got their feet under them in Game 2. We'll have to see if they can put that to use here in Game number 4. It's a 2-1 lead here for Built by Gamers. They're looking to put the final nails in the coffin here for Esports Arena Red, and that's going to be Rockets picked up early on Too Nice, going to take out Precision. The ball finally picked up here. BBG getting on the board first, and the question is, will Esports Arena get going? Because they got those few points to start Game 3, and then that was it. It was all BBG afterwards. They're not going to be able to let that happen this time around. Here comes the push. His Nemesis going to take out Too Nice. Nexisaur able to trade back. Ampium grabs one for himself, and here we go. Esports Arena Red on the board.
Yeah, great wipe right there, and it was really up to Nexi to make something happen. He went forward, got the double kill, and now his team's going to be able to get ball time. Now, what's interesting is they're opting for really a 3-1 split on this ball hold, leaving Nexisaur all the way by himself towards purple. And well, the numbers where they committed towards tires, they fall down, and now suddenly Nexi, he doesn't have any team help, and it's going to be a clean wipe. And that's the dangers of having a 3-1, right? It's, you have one player that's isolated who's just trying to hold down a lane and win a kill, but when the numbers are overcommitted towards one side and the rest of your team falls, suddenly you become the most important player because your job's just to stay alive and stay forward. And unfortunately, they knew his position and they immediately collapsed upon it. And that's where you can start to get games getting out of hand. But so far, I think both these teams have done a very good job at just wrestling back ball control. It's really been interesting, right? We've seen a lot of 2-3 downs, ball switch hands, spawn up comes, ball switch hands. It's very interesting early on in this game how the Streets Oddball has worked.
Rockets just came back up, and Avature was able to pick it up, and that's going to mean BBG is going to continue to control the ball here. They've got a 15-point lead in the first round of Oddball. That Sticky is going to miss the first time, but the second will land there, so the ball dropped, but the support comes through from BBG, and they continue to maintain dominance here in this first round of Oddball. Big pickup, though, from Ampium. Able to get the perfect, turns around for the double kill, and just cannot miss right now. And this is what you needed for Esports Arena Red. 3 down for BBG. And now, can they get this 3-1 setup going and not get punished for it?
I love this from ESA Red, right? They got their 2-3 down and they started to push forward. That's what's been needed, is more space on the map. And you can see Too Nice trying to take as much advantage as possible, though there has to be a timer in the back of the head right now, right? You have a player that's coming up off respawn, and well, as you push too aggressively, that player who splits out could be the X factor, and it looks like that's exactly what happened. Nemesis split away from the rest of his team. He was able to get right into that ball's face, and he was able to steal it away. And it looks like Built by Gamers, they're able to take advantage, and that's where ESA Red, that's where film review is going to help the most, right? That innate timing that you need to have, you kind of learn it through seeing the spawns happen in the film VODs. And well, so far I think this could be one of the more punishing plays, because I don't think this ball is going to be going down anytime soon. Stan's trying to get into the position, not able to find the first kill. His teammates are coming from behind. Ampium, it's up to him, but he has to go up against a stalker rifle and a long pair. Help, but oh my, Ampium just torqued Coach Cobb Neighbor. Seeing the respawn screen, that might be one of the better kills you'll see today. My God, Ampium not missing shots.
It was a beautiful flank. They drew all the attention to the front. Ampium able to get to the perfect angle to take down multiple players. But the thing is BBG was able to do enough damage in return to where Esports Arena Red couldn't regain control, and that means the ball still stays out of Esports Arena Red's hands. It's a 40-point lead here for the side of BBG, and Cobb right around the corner going to take that player out. And now able to pick up with the rockets. Is going to finally fall thanks to Too Nice. But BBG holding their ground right now, not letting Esports Arena Red get comfortable whatsoever. And despite that ball sitting on the ground for quite a little while, BBG doesn't seem to have any complaints about it, because Esports Arena Red is just grasping at straws right now.
Yeah, ever since Nemesis came off spawn and found that kill when it split away from his teammates, ESA Red hasn't been able to get a second of ball time, and really it's just been a devastating performance. BBG finding some separation within this game, and as they find another 2 down, Nemesis looking to be the X factor once again. I love this. He's charging into fight. He wants to get involved in these gunfights, and he baited those players away. Okay, so Nemesis is just too big brain for this game. Although it's not, it doesn't look like a lot on the map. He went up, he took the chow, and then on the immediate D-chow, he was able to pull those players back towards hollows. And while his teammates were all set up towards this seaside, he's able to pick up that ball and try to bring it towards them, creating more space for his team, and you know, changing up the timings for ESA Red. I really love those styles of plays, the little things that just don't show up in the stat sheet.
And those are the things that, you know, when you get to the top level of play, these caliber of players understand the importance of those little decisions that you make, and how, you know, you can shift a fight quickly with one small choice here. And it was just, I agree, well played. And BBG now just working on increasing that lead. Precision able to pick up the easy double as the Rockets respawn, and makes use of that so fast. And just like that, BBG, they still maintain control here, as that's going to be a 1-for-1 trade. 2 down though for BBG. Can Esports Arena Red get back in this game? They've been just trying to get whatever they possibly can for the last few minutes, and BBG has been just meeting them at every point and winning these trades. And now Esports Arena Red seem just destined to drop this first round.
Yeah, the slay imbalance has just been too severe at the second half of this game. I don't feel as if ESA Red's gotten a clean wipe in probably 5 minutes time. That was insane by Built by Gamers towards the end of that game. Just a masterclass in controlling the map, picking your fights, and finding the necessary slays to have a safe hold on the ball. And I think what really shows is that BBG isn't really prioritizing milking every second of ball time, right? Oftentimes you'll see them drop that ball and get back and engage themselves in those fights, knowing that it's imperative to have 4 BRs up at certain points in time. And oh my, wow, what a shot from Ampium right there. This stalker rifle can make a difference in this game, especially if a player has a solid, steady aim, as he needs that pinpoint precision accuracy with this gun. But Ampium went around that corner. He made that 3-shot look easy.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more in terms of BBG and that real patient play. They don't force any of these plays. They recognize when to give and take the momentum in this game, and it's worked so well for them. And early on here in round number 2, it's Esports Arena Red with early control. A nice kill from Paradigm onto Precision. Nemesis going to be able to knock down 2 nice, so 1 down for each team. But in the meantime, Esports Arena Red with control of the ball. Not a ton of pressure coming from BBG. And the Stalker Rifle still in the hands here of Ampium. Isn't going to be able to finish that one off. A good kill there for Aperture. And here comes BBG. They want to regain control in round number 2.
ESA Red still able to get that ball time, but there we go. The push starting to come through, and those opening 40 seconds, well, they could just disappear if you allow Built by Gamers to get their setup. So it's imperative for Ampium to find this kill, but Neighbor right on top of it, once again showing that he doesn't need to milk every second of ball time, right? He's going to drop that, get the gun ready, and get the pivotal kill. And I think that's really what's been separating Built by Gamers thus far. When it's necessary, they drop that ball, get their guns up, ready for the fight. And ESA Red just hasn't been able to keep up with the slaying output.
Too nice, getting out of dodge there after taking out Aperture, and BBG slowly creeping up here on Esports Arena Red scores. That's going to be the trade between Too Nice and Nemesis, and another kill there with the Bulldog. Ampium, meanwhile, has been able to pick up the Rockets, and they have control of the ball here. So well played from Esports Arena Red. They're stemming the tide, not letting BBG create the momentum that they were able to in round 1. That's going to be a kill and a Precision. Well played from Ampium. Is going to fall, but Esports Arena Red still in a good place to challenge for the ball here. It's on the ground, but BBG has not been able to get any sort of safety. We'll see what Cobb can do here. He's going to be able to pick it up, get over towards the stairs. Now, where's the support from the squad? You can see Nemesis, Precision, Aperture just forming that line of scrimmage to keep away Esports Arena Red as Cobb holds in the back of the base here. Is going to drop down that skull, and Paradigm is going to fall. Here comes BBG.
And look, I mean, ever since they gave up that original ball time, ESA Red hasn't been able to recover. Too Nice finally able to find the opening pick, but BBG spawned right on top of that ball, and it's going to be another prolonged fight. Interesting. I don't know what Stan's thought process was right there, right? He went, picked up that ball, brought it closer to Built by Gamers, maybe trying to get it, plan to throw it off the B balcony, but just the numbers weren't there, and it was instantly punished by Built by Gamers. ESA Red going to be seeing the respawn screen, and once again, it's those little mistakes that are making the difference thus far in the game. Built by Gamers, you won't see them make a mistake like that.
No, they've played very clean Halo so far in this series, and they're looking to close it out. That's Too Nice stepping in with the melee. Isn't able to get the kill, but the assist at least comes through here. And now Nexi running for the hills. Paradigm is going to fall, and that's 3 dead just like that for Esports Arena Red. The lead has been recaptured by BBG in round 2, and they're doing the same thing right now. They drop that ball, they bring out the guns, they'll win the fight first, get you on your respawn timers, and then they'll start to stack up the points. Their average are going to fall, but BBG are well in control here as they're looking to close out this series.
Yeah, Precision soaking up some of this ball time, and gets rewarded with the Stalker Rifle as well. His teammate's gonna fall. It's important for him to stay alive, and oh my, it goes. That was an aggressive play, but there really wasn't much for him to do in that situation. ESA Red finally find a clean break. They're going to be able to get this ball right away, but Neighbor comes out hot, gets a double kill, and instantly you got to start thinking about playing that ball out, and Too Nice is going to be able to do it early on, but it just shows you how impactful Neighbor was right off that spawn, and that's a tough one to lose. Too Nice, and that's going to cost some valuable ball time as Stan desperately tries to get in to stop him. He's able to find the first with the nade, another 2 ahead, make it 2. The third's not going to fall, but Stan getting maximum value out of his life and keeping Built by Gamers off the ball.
That was a huge double kill from Stan to be able to kind of hold the line there and not allow BBG to kind of regain full control. But Too Nice is going to be kicking himself after not being able to pick up that kill. It totally would have changed the complexion of that fight. But once again, Esports Arena Red 3 down. It's 10 points standing between BBG and a 3-1 victory in this series. It looks like Esports Arena Red down, dead, and out. BBG take the 2-0 win here in Game 4, and they'll take the series.
Yeah, it's tough. You know, those last 2 games, you just can't have them. You know, ESA Red, they came out very strong. Game 1 was very promising. It looked like a game that they should have won. Game 2, they absolutely dominated, almost a steak dinner. And then 3 and 4, I get a doctor's note. Maybe not show up for work tomorrow because that was sick. You just can't go down like that. It's a tough look. They're gonna have to find a way to respond. Valuable film review for them to do. So far, I mean, it was nothing really went right in Strongholds, and you had your moments in Oddball, but you weren't able to chain them together.
It definitely felt like 2 very different series here just through these 4 games. The first 2, it's hard to argue that Esports Arena Red wasn't the better team through those first 2 games. CTF was incredibly close. BBG winning with a cap with less than 10 seconds left to take the victory. And then such a dominant performance on Slayer. And it felt like going into Game 3, all the momentum was in favor of Esports Arena Red. But a couple of early fight wins for the side of BBG. They take control, and Red was really never back in this series. They get dominated in Game 3 and 4, and that is definitely going to leave a sour taste in their mouth after this series. Certainly, you know, hey, BBG is a solid squad here. There's a lot of experience there, but this is certainly going to feel like a series that they could have won, that they really let get away from themselves.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have that many opportunities to take down games that are in the, to take down teams that are in that upper echelon from you, and that's where Built by Gamers are like a tier higher right now. And well, you got to take those opportunities because they're not going to come too often, and that's how you level up as a team, right? Finding some of those bigger wins, finding some of those upsets, not in the cards today, but there's a lot of promise with this ESA Red squad, and they just need to keep working at it. They'll find their opportunities next time. It's about finishing the execution.
Yeah, we'll have to see what they can do. They'll, of course, be back next week, but they are done for the day. We do have another series in our first round coming up very soon. It's going to be Esports Arena Blue and that mix-up KCP roster that I know Tools and I are very much looking forward to seeing more from. Right now, we're going to go to a quick break. When we come back, we got another best of 5 on our hands, folks, so don't go far.
I'm fading!
One bad headache can crash your entire game.
Excedrin relieves headaches fast.
Excedrin, game over for headaches.
Tyson boneless buffalo bites have that tasty kick of flavor, so they're perfect for any get-together. If there are any left when your guests arrive. Tyson Anytizers Chicken. More kicks of flavor, more smiling snackers, more to love. Tyson.
right, folks, we are back once again. One series down and a couple more to go. Built by Gamers have moved on to our grand finals, and we have to decide who's their opponent going to be between Esports Arena Blue and the Kansas City Pioneers. My name's Jason. I'm back here with Tools, getting ready for another set. That first one in the books. Coming out of that one, what were your thoughts on BBG's performance so far today, Tools?
It had its ups and downs, right? I think they came out very poor to start. They went down 0-2 in the flag, and then they started to pick it up towards the end of the series. But it's stealing away game one, in my opinion, and then having dominant performances at game 3 and 4. So a little bit of the tale of the hot and the cold. Which one's going to come out today? That remains to be seen in our grand finals. And we're gonna need to see a much more consistent BBG if they want to take down a squad like the Pioneers. But Pioneers still have to take care of business first. ESA Blue on the plate, and you should never underestimate any of your opponents.
Yeah, it definitely feels like if BBG comes out the same way in grand finals against a team like Pioneers, yeah, you're just gonna get 3-0. You're just going to be, the series is going to be done before you can even get it going. So we'll have to see. But we are on board. It's game 1 here between Pioneers and Esports Arena Blue. We're kicking it off with Strongholds action as we check out what's going on here with Soul Snipe. Hunting for one player here is going to be able to get that nice little back smack up above the B site. And now, good early control from the Pioneers. Ooh, good night.
Well, there's a reason why Soul Snipe has the name Snipe in his name. This guy can make some absolutely filthy things happen on the map. Unfortunately, he goes down as Hallelujah, able to finally get that kill. And while he could be having his team saying Hallelujah, they're finally able to alleviate some of this early pressure. They'll be able to get B and starting to rotate back towards A. A big fight going down in the home hill. But Hallelujah not able to find the finish as Druck will be able to get away with his life. And so far, ESA Blue, they've been able to keep it about even, but that's largely been because of Hallelujah on your screen. He starts off the game 5-0.
Yeah, hell of a way to kick this one off. Already has the killing spree. His team, of course, down a bit early, as that's 27 points, getting up to 30 here for Pioneers to kick things off. But at the very least, Hallelujah seems ready and raring to go in this set. Just needs the support from the rest of the team to see if they can get things rolling here as Hallelujah just trying to play his life here. As that's going to be the trip cap from Pioneers, and Esports Arena Blue in a tough spot here in game 1.
That's a tough look because he's playing his life, but there's nothing to play his life for right now. They just need to get a hill, and finally they're able to stop the trip cap, but they're not really in a position to do much more in eco. Well, actually, it was a Druck who said skeet and then just threw him out in the air, and someone did some skeet shooting because that repulse proven to be very handy early on in this game. And oh my god, Soul Snipe has the sniper once again, and he's being awfully aggressive with it as he's getting right into the face of the opponents.
Yeah, Ty getting taken out. That's the double kill. Looking for the triple. That's going to be it. Soul Snipe definitely on his game to start off the day, hunting for Hallelujah here by C. Hallelujah is going to be able to get down the boxes momentarily, but Druck coming in from behind, able to pick up the flank and pick up the kill. And Soul Snipe looking for more. Another double kill for him here. Will finally fall to switch it up, but looks like Soul Snipe saw that score line for Hallelujah to start it off and said, hey, I'll raise you some more.
I love the aggressive nature that we're seeing from Soul Snipe early on in this game. And while Eco with the quick flank, he got himself a perfect kill, make it 2 as he gets the second on Hallelujah, and he's looking to get the trip cap back in effect, not trying to waste any time in these early rounds. We're seeing a very fast and aggressive Pioneers roster today as they have Eco and Collect filling in as their other 2. We're not seeing Tulloch and Manny today. But, you can't ask for any better replacements. I mean, these guys are absolutely demons on the map. And while you're seeing why, it could be a 250-1 finish early on in this game as ESA Blue finds themselves just trying to find some air, trying to be able to breathe, as it's just been a suffocating performance thus far.
I mean, we were given red flag for their 250-3 performance in their game on Strongholds, and it seems like Blue may have an even tougher fight on their hands against KCP. They're going to be able to get the cap onto B, but the quick rotation and response from Pioneers means they're still stacking points. And Esports Arena Blue has just not been able to get anything significant on the board. And that strong start from Alleluia has slowed down now. 6 kills and 6 deaths after starting out 5-0. And Pioneers just continuing to fire on all cylinders, though, as Soul Snipe got a slingshot right on top of a sticky there and loses life.
Yeah, you know, sometimes you're feeling a little too confident. Sometimes they give you a little bit too much to work with. No one can slow Soul Snipe down, and eventually he finds himself on the back end of a sticky grenade that could have been easily avoided. But there's a reason why he's playing with that much confidence early on in this game. Ooh, Ty not able to get that kill. Collect stays alive. Collect's looking for Calder. Not able to find that one, but just showing you how slippery Collect can be when you get him in your sights. One moment you think you're about to punch his lights out, the next he's about 20 feet away shooting you in the back of a BR.
Yeah, it's been a rough start here for Esports Arena Blue, but they did get some points on the board, up to 24, but it's still likely not going to be anywhere near enough here, as Pioneers have already eclipsed that 200-point threshold. They've also got the trip cap right now, which means that Esports Arena Blue are just hemorrhaging points right now, and Pioneers look poised to grab the win. This B cap going to get slowed down as Soul Snipe arriving just in time here, and this could just be the game. Pioneers firing on all cylinders. They're going to take game number 1 in dominant fashion.
Yeah, that's not slowing down whatsoever. Soul Snipe leading the kill race at 13-7. Expect to see more of that today. He's just an absolute monster, especially when there's a sniper to play around with. And while the sniper doesn't go away, as we're moving on into Slayer on live fire, this looks to be another perfect map for Soul Snipe, just to run around and do whatever the hell he wants, as there was nothing that could stop him in the previous game.
Yeah, he definitely, you know, just watching his gameplay, felt like he was playing pretty free, pretty loose, and it was definitely benefiting him. He gets the shock rifle and is taking those aggressive peeks up on the high ground, and, you know, that's, like you said, right? He's got Snipe in his name for a reason, and definitely showed it off in that first game. And now, if you're Esports Arena Blue, you got to kind of shake that one off. That's a tough game to start off with, but you got to let it go. You're playing Slayer. This is kind of, you know, traditionally thought of as the mode where the underdogs can make something happen, and we'll have to see what they can do here. It's gonna be a tough test, right? This team is solid. We were talking about it before the show. You add Collect in with this roster for KCP, and typically slaying is kind of their weakness, but when you add a fragger like Collect on the team, they're a lot less weak in these Slayer game types, so we'll have to see. Esports Arena Blue definitely gonna have their work cut out for them.
Yeah, I'm interested to see who steps up for ESA Blue, and I'm interested to see who continues on with the kill race, right? Because guys, if you aren't aware, I think there's fantasy. I think it's too late if you wanted to get into fantasy. I don't know how late we open it up, but you know, maybe you want to have some fun, see who you think will be the kill leader at the end of the day. I think Soul Snipe, he's making a strong argument for himself of how fast he came out, but Collect looking to answer back in game 2 quickly, finding his hands on that sniper rifle, but Soul Snipe somehow still able to be the one that gets the kill, switch it up, eventually able to find the gun. And while Overshield coming up soon, it's imperative for some of these players to hit some critical kills and to get themselves ready for the power-up.
Eco now has the sniper in his hand. He is going to hit the repulsor to jump up to cover, and is actually going to be able to get away to safety. Still 4 shots in that sniper, looking for the peek out on to switch it up. Hits the body shot into the headshot with the BR and picks up another kill here, though it's tight early. Only a 1-kill advantage for Pioneers here to start the game. Let's see what they can do. 2 players with sightlines there onto Eco, and he's going to fall. Heatwave, meanwhile, in the hands of Collect, and he's not going to miss with that. Able to pick up 1, but falls to Alleluia, and Esports Arena Blue keeping it tight.
We're talking about maybe 3 frames of a game, and that being a triple kill for Collect. That's just how dangerous he is on the map. Heatwave not able to get the job done, but it was awfully close. Alleluia able to find himself the long rifle, but it's going to be a quickly used up, and we'll have to see it come back on respawn eventually. Oh, wow. Nice little return to center. Stamp it and return it. Eco, he's going to fall down. Alleluia just somehow able to survive at bottom middle. Finally, the stray nade takes him down as Collect finds his 3rd.
Collect looking solid here. Wasn't leading in the slays in game 1, but 3 kills so far here in game 2. And we'll have to see how this continues, as that's going to be the plasma pistol in the hands of Eco. Looking for more there, is going to get the assist from Collect. And now Pioneers keeping things even. We're deadlocked at 15, but that nice kill onto Eco will give the lead back to Esports Arena Blue, and these teams just trading blows so far. Soulsnipe will find one, finds two, the nade shot into the double kill, and there he is, folks. Soulsnipe's arrived in this Slayer.
Soulsnipe trying to keep his pace from the previous game, and when he's soaring forward, you see this man wants to get into all the action he can. He finds his 7th. Ty trying his best to survive, but there's 2 players toning their way in. Druck finds the kill, Collect with the assist, and it's just been power weapon utility that has pushed the Pioneers through. The Heatwave in particular, I feel as if has accounted for 5-6 kills this game. And well, when you look at the deficit, you're seeing a deficit of 3. So ESA Blue, if they can start to control the Heatwave, that's how they find a way back into this game.
We'll have to see what they can do. Collect bottom tower with the heat wave right now, and the sniper just spawned, and here comes Esports Arena Blue. They got the full court press out right now. They're gonna grab control of the heat wave. They're looking for more shots onto Druck there. Hallelujah gonna be able to pick that one up thanks to Ty's help here top tower. Eco gonna knock him down, but the sniper still available here in mid is finally gonna get picked up by Eco. Looking for the shots there, switch it up, holding down behind the boxes, biding his time. Body shot onto Hallelujah, able to back off though throughout the sticky. The assist comes through for Eco as Soulsnipe able to pick up 1, and we're still close here. 2 kills separating these teams just past the halfway mark. Druck with a key kill there on to switch it up though. Ty able to trade back.
It's deficit kind of tighten up quite a bit. ESA Blue keeping themselves within striking distance, but every time it feels like they get themselves right back into the game, it's a 2 or 3 down. Alia trying to prevent himself from being a part of that narrative. Fortunately, he left that heat wave up, and although his teammate's able to grab the overshield, it looks like a player from the Pioneers has collected the heat wave, so that could come back to bite them. Even though they got this overshield, things are starting to look up. That heat wave could play a mighty impact. We'll have to keep a look at that kill feed. If some player starts to pop off with that, you're gonna have to blame the player that ran through and just left it on its weapon pad from ESA Blue.
Okay, here comes Ty out towards this B site. When you're playing Stronghold, shots onto Soulsnipe is going to be able to trade out 1 for 1 there, but Pioneers have pulled away just a little bit, switch it up, trying to slow it down. They're down by 5 kills here. Collect is going to get picked up. Calder with a key pickup. Druck going to be able to knock him down, however, and keep the deficit at 4. Druck able to pick up that heat wave, but quickly falls, though. It looks like a double there for Soulsnipe. Going to change the complexion, but Hallelujah with a double of his own, and Esports Arena Blue aren't going down without a fight.
Problem is, there's just not that much time to work left in this game, and ESA Blue, they can't keep finding themselves on the respawn screen, and so far the Pioneers are just being so aggressive, right? And that's the thing, the Pioneers, their final trades, they're totally okay with the not with finding themselves on the respawn screen because they have a 6-kill lead to work with, and it's just showing towards the end of this game as we see Mr. Soulsnipe start to try to finish this one off. I mean, man, has 16 kills in this game. He's truly trying to get into their face. He's probably going to finish with 17 as he's quickly finding himself, pacing himself to be the kill leader for today.
Man, Esports Arena Blue were right in that game for so long. They were within 2 kills up to about that 30 kill mark. But as soon as we got there, couple of fights break the way of Pioneers, and all of a sudden they open up that gap to 5-6 kills. And as you mentioned, there just wasn't enough time left on the clock there for Esports Arena Blue to recover and get back into that game. And as soon as it felt like kind of Pioneers smelled blood in the water, they had victory in sight, it was just They were all over Esports Arena Blue. They applied so much pressure. And as you mentioned, right, they're happy with those trades. It's fine. We've got a lead to play with. And it just meant that, you know, Esports Arena Blue was so overwhelmed at the end from the unrelenting pressure from Pioneers, and it ends up grabbing them a 9-point victory in this Slayer for Game 2.
And now we're going on to Bazaar, right? And this is a map where you're gonna have plenty of time to work with, right? Usually it goes to time. Very unusual to see 5 captures on Bazaar, although it's not out of the question. That being said, ESA Blue, well, if this is the perfect game 3 for you, right? Because you're gonna have about 7-8 minutes to make sure that you have all that warm up, that you get all the jitters out of your system, and then you can start to find your way back into this series. Coming out and winning this game would be a huge boost to them. And obviously they need it because their tournament life on the line right now. I want to see Calder step up in particular. I know he's just filling in, but this guy has so much talent in him. Oh my God, Soul Snipe just went right down the middle. I think he wants to try to get to 5 as soon as possible, and he's going to be able to find a back right away. But a very aggressive place off from Soul Snipe. Calder meeting it with his own. He's in the back of KCP's base, but so far the slate's just going in favor of the Pioneers. Calder last alive.
You know, you make a good point at the beginning there where you're saying, you know, hey, it's typically pretty rare that you see the full 5 caps, and I agree. But at the same time, when I'm looking at the team with the talent level of Pioneers and how specifically good they are on those objective game types, and we were talking about that earlier prior to the stream, this does feel like a matchup where you could see it, and then of course you get Soul Snipe right out the gate, just taking, you know, the parkway right down the middle into the base there of Esports Arena Blue to help secure that first capture. And Pioneers not afraid whatsoever to force the issue on an Esports Arena Blue, and it's at the very least delivered them an early lead here in this game. And we'll have to see if Esports Arena Blue can slow things down and tie this game back up.
This is interesting. ESA Blues gained control of the Pioneers base, but they did so while the Pioneers were only 1 down. And that can come back to bite you, because that means the Pioneers are already extended themselves. And it looks like the Pioneers just opted to go for their own flag. Calder was the last alive on this side of the map, and he's going to be able to get his flag out and away. And we're going to see dueling flag grabs at the same time. It's just whose BRs can win in the mid-fight. And while Ty, he gets the first. Calder's looking for the second. Ty cleans it up instead. And so far, looking great for ESA Blue to find a capture here, but they need to finish out these kills. And well, you know, Druck's going to make himself as hard as a kill as possible in that palm.
Yeah, well played there from Calder. Getting that flag out does get a little bit, give a little bit of breathing room to Esports Arena Blue to get those respawns through and know that, hey, they can't, you know, get the easy run down mid and in the capture. Pioneers has to slow down a little bit, and ultimately opens up a good opportunity for Esports Arena Blue to stabilize in this game. And not only have they now been able to return their flag, they've got that Pioneers flag out of the base once again, but it is going to be the dueling flags here. So let's see, can Esports Arena Blue get something going? Plasma pistol into the, hello? Okay, Alleluia goes down. Somehow they passed, like, I would say like ships in the night, but they kind of phased right through each other there for a moment.
Oh, Soul Snipe, no! Oh, couldn't get around the corner with the flag. He's going to have to wait a second, get them shields back. His teammate looks like he'll finish that capture. They're up 2-0 early in this game. And, well, a 2-flag lead can oftentimes feel like a death sentence on this map with how hard it can be to capture. But so far, the Pioneers just being ultra aggressive, not waiting any time at all to push forward and try to get into the opposite base. But ESA Blue, there's been a couple times where they've taken advantage, got a clean 3-4 down. They just haven't been able to answer with the complete execution of a flag capture. But this might be a great one for them to go down. They have the flag already to the halfway point before those respawns come in. It's just about finding the final 2 in their back base.
Here comes a very quick push from Switch It Up. They're able to get the Pioneers flag into their base. No capture yet. thanks to the pressure from Pioneers, but it looks like Ty can be able to grapple that flag up near the capture point. Not quite enough, but a very key kill from Alleluia on to Collect will mean that Esports Arena Blue is on the board. Druck with the OS is going to get taken down, though. Huge kill from Ty to slow down the push from the Pioneers. Double kill there for Ty as well. Has the Neither out, hunting for Soul Snipe here. Isn't going to be able to finish it off just yet. Soul Snipe going to stay alive. Esports Arena Blue needs to send some support into their base as Ty's going to go down.
Yeah, Soul Snipe causing some havoc back there, and Alleluia able to finally get the pick as things start to get a little bit more even. They finally take down Mr. Soul Snipe in the back base. ESA Blue able to prevent the counter capture, which looked like it could be a stark reality, but some pivotal kills, especially from Ty, as he sits at 11-6 early on in this game. Shout out to him for going out big when he needed to. Able to take down Collect and get that help get that flag back in for his team.
Ooh, Alleluia. Very close margin right here. Is going to be able to get into the base. Finds Collect in the back, but not in range for the melee, though. Ty going to be able to clean it up. One down on each team. They're going to be able to get that flag out, switch it up, running with it here, and now, can they tie this game up? Esports Arena Blue, after giving up such a quick first capture, may tie this one up at 2 as switch it up. Forgets the flag on the stairs there, but well played and a good recovery from the... Oh,
okay. Someone needs to go
there
back to
we
the
go,
gym.
okay.
You gotta learn how you get back in those custom games. Learn how to pull those flags. My God, leaving them a couple too many times in the back is a good thing that the Pioneers had just given up and said, hey, we'll play map control instead of flag return, because, man, switch it up was that thing on a platter. Gotta make sure you are on your flag juggles. That being said, the Slays, ESA Blue got a couple of them in the beginning. They were able to get a couple flags, but it looks like Druck and the crew starting to respond back on their own. A full overshield for Druck to work with, and all the slaying column filling up red for the Pioneers as Druck is moving this flag quickly. And, I mean, he doesn't really even have to stop. Just go right through the middle, use that overshield to soak as much of that damage up as possible. Pull it all the way back, and this tied game could be short-lived as the Pioneers start to run through.
Yeah, the timing of picking up that OS and going for the flag, so well done by Druck, and able to get that flag out into the middle of the map. Collect's going to be able to pick it up and complete this capture, and that is going to be the lead retaken by the Pioneers. But at the very least, Esports Arena Blue, signs of life in this game. They were able to tie it up, even if it was only momentarily. Now they need to slow down. Another strong push here for Pioneers, because that flag is out of the base once again. Ty going to be stalled here by Druck, as the map control definitely favors Pioneers right now. Going to be a little flank from Druck here, trying to pressure on to switch it up. It's going to be a little bit of a pincer as Collect is in the area as well. They're going to trade 1 for 1 as Switch It Up is going to be able to use that Bulldog to great effectiveness, but Alleluia going to pick one up here, but it doesn't even matter, because guess what? Soul Snipe's there on the rotation, and this should be a 4th point for the side of Pioneers.
Yeah, Pioneers able to find 2 quick responses, and they just strike like lightning each time. All you have to do is find a clean 2-3 down, and they're suddenly going to be flying within your base. ESA Blue finally able to get some control of the map, finding 2 kills of their own. But you just see how aggressive this Pioneers team can be. You give them any type of space, they're going to be running right into your face. Eco Smith able to find 2. Collect also alive with them as they start to push forward. Dude, did you not see him go back to lockers? I think he thinks he's at flag. Oh, it's so interesting. It just shows you, like, that player went to lockers instead of flag, and he's like, I thought he went back here, but smart play by Eco. You see him nade into that lockers. He knew exactly. He's like, if he's not here, he's probably here, able to get the nade damage in and nullify most of that overshield.
And that's part of what is like so fun to watch top level Halo, is that even without getting to hear comms, you can see the thought process. You can see kind of the flow chart that these players run through, because they understand just how well, or how these maps are formatted, what the decision making is for an enemy player there, and you can just see them slowly work their way through each part of that flow chart. And it's so interesting to watch just the kind of information that these players have at their disposal and how well that they can use it in these games. It's really cool.
Yeah, Ty ready to play some defense and switch it up. They're both on top of this flag. Can they get the return in time? All of the Pioneers start to swarm in. They get the flag pull, and it looks like Collect's going to swing around. He's going to find the last capture. He's finishing with 17 kills. Eco leading the charge this time with 18, but 5 captures on board. Really just showing you how fast and aggressive the Pioneers were being all game.
Pioneers, in the middle of that game, Esports Arena Blue was able to settle down and get something going. And Pioneers, especially when you talked about them kind of slowing down, switch it up, got away with a couple of misses on the flag juggling there and ultimately got the cap. But after, they recognized that they were going to give up that flag capture, you talked about, hey, we're going to grab map control here. And not only did they do that, but they grabbed control of the entire game, because once they got rolling once again, Pioneers never stopped, and they absolutely rolled over the back half of that game.
Yeah, Pioneers come out. They just play a strong best of 5. They get the job done, and now our grand finals, they're determined. Built by Gamers going to be going up against the Pioneers. Now, we do have some substitutes on both sides, but it's very interesting to see in this final game. I'm really have my eyes on for Precision and how he comes out, right? Playing that 4th role for Built by Gamers, really either it's a tryout session or just a showcase for him. And I think coming out and putting up a showcase against 4 very talented players would be a great, would do great efforts to his stock in the free agency market.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I'm certainly leaning towards the Pioneers side, as I imagine you probably are, especially because we need to see BBG come out much stronger this time around than they did in their first series of the day. Now, if they're firing on all cylinders, BBG has been really good over the last 4 to 6 weeks. Of course, the substitutes make that a little bit more difficult, but when they're on their game, they can throw down with KCP. But the question is, with Collect and Eco in the fold here for KCP, is it going to be enough? I'm not quite sure, but we will find out soon. Right now, though, we're going to go to a quick break. Everybody grab a drink, do what you got to do. But when we come back, it's time for grand finals. We got BBG and Pioneers facing off when we return.
When the chicken is this crispy and this tasty, it doesn't matter what else is for dinner. Tyson crispy strips are so delicious, they'll be your favorite part of every meal. More crispy chicken, more family faves, more to love. Tyson.
For nothing, baby. Let's get in there.
even the biggest headaches are toast.
Excedrin keeps your head in the game.
For no more throbbing noggins.
Excedrin, game over for headaches.
What am I to do with this? To the top of the game and it's scared, but I'm finna handle it. Break it down like an analyst. I'll be loading up, they wanna package this. Pray for peace, pacifist. I'm never old enough to give a promise.
Tyson boneless buffalo bites have that tasty kick of flavor, so they're perfect for any get-together. If there are any left when your guests arrive. Tyson Anytizers Chicken. More kicks of flavor, more smiling snackers, more to love. Tyson.
Welcome back, everybody. One final time we return for Series E Halo Infinite here this week. Of course, we're closing out Tyson week, and we've got a grand finals on our hands. A best of 5 coming up between BBG and the Pioneers, and it promises to be a hell of a series. I'm looking forward to it. We've gotten a good look at both of these squads here through the first round, and now we'll get to see them duke it out. Are you excited, Tools? Because I'm ready.
I am very ready for this one. Built by gamers, I think this is an opportunity to prove that they can hang with some of the bigger dogs around the block. They've been perennially outside of the top 8, trying to find their way in. While, we know Eco, he's finding himself in the top 3 all the time. The Pioneers solidifying their spot in the top 6, and will Collect looking to have a very promising future. If Built by Gamers want to be a part of that conversation, coming out and winning the $500 right here, right now is top priority.
We'll see what they can do. It is winner take all for that $500 prize pool. So we'll see who's going to take it today as we jump onto streets for our first game of this grand finals. It's going to be Strongholds. The early captures going to go in favor of the Pioneers, as they're going to start to put some points on the board as the Rockets picked up momentarily. And we're on board with Druck looking to rotate towards C. Collect just going down over there. It's going to be possibly a bit of a 2v1, able to isolate that first fight, but is going to go down. Here comes Aperture.
Oh, well, we already saw Pioneers come out with their early trip cap. Built by Gamers able to stop it early, but now these are the important kills in the map, right? Being able to respond and strike back when your back is against the wall is really what you want to see from these teams. So there's a player from the Pioneers that's sneaking back towards C. They got in. Aperture's going to take some damages heading towards A, and you can see the quick rotation from Pioneers going to be able to stop a potential trip cap, but the Slays has started to move into the favor of Built by Gamers.
Yes, it has. BBG looking solid so far. Precision with a great start to this game. 4 kills and an assist to his name. Meanwhile, Druck with a slow start himself. No kills so far in this one. It's the 30-10 lead, though, in favor of Pioneers, as they have had the lion's share of the control here through the first couple of minutes. And Eco going to be able to pick up that B site, and they're going to continue to stack points on the board early in game number 1. Pings over towards Collect's area of the map. Pings on the commercial district, and now looks like a stalker up here upstairs, or that was shots from the stalker, is gonna fall to Nemesis. And now Eco looking to finish off the trip cap. Didn't have to do a whole lot, just strolls right into C, and there you go.
That might be the easiest trip cap pressure you've ever seen. He's just like, he was waiting for someone to come at least try to put up a little resistance, but it never came. And well, Built by Gamers got the PD spawn, and although they get pressure right towards A, it could be Collect and Soul Snipe who pair up together to get the stops. And well, you get to see 3 kills in the feed as Collect and Soul Snipe stop Built by Gamers in their tracks. And oh my, Druck wins the fight towards C. The trip cap could be in effect once again. Built by Gamers just cannot get anything going. The Pioneers playing very aggressive, very forward, and what I love to see is that they're consistently pushing trip cap coverage. That's where you're going to see the maximum value out of your kills. Ooh. Although there is a high risk, so far it's all been reward for the Pioneers.
Collect looking so good with that Stalker rifle, was able to pick up the killing spree, 6 kills before eventually falling, and now Eco taking out Nemesis, and so many nades up there towards B, able to get the assist there, even a kill on the Amateur as well. And Pioneers so oppressive early in this first game of the Grand Finals. Precision gonna go down to Eco here, and Pioneers are just winning on every front. 2 down for BBG. Pioneers hunting for another trip cap here in this game, though it seems like blood in the water for Eco. Is going to grab that assist, fires towards C to try and prevent that capture, is going to be able to do so as Cobb is going to fall. And Pioneers, man, they are looking so clean.
Oh, just unreal for the Pioneers, how effective they've been on the map. And well, Soul Snipe, he continues on his usual domination route. We saw him go far and above the rest of everyone in the lobby when it comes to strongholds, and he's continuing it on. And you just see an immediate 4 down. That was during a trip cap that they just got a 4 down off the spawns right away. Built by Gamers, I mean, whatever little flame that they had has been completely snuffed out. Just no oxygen to bring life into this roster, as the Pioneers have just consistently found the slays. But as we say it, finally, Built by Gamers have stopped Pioneers. Now, it only took 226 seconds of hill time for them to do it, but Built by Gamers have an opportunity.
An opportunity, but will they be able to take advantage of it? They do momentarily have the trip cap, but it is going to be stopped here as C is picked up there by the Pioneers. But the question is it too little, too late for BBG? Of course, you know, if you haven't watched any Halo Infinite since its release, you may not know that Strongholds, it works a little differently than what we used to see. You can stall a team at 249 points if you play it right. So there's still an opportunity for BBG here, but it's going to be a very tough task, as that Stalker rifle picked up by Soul Snipe also has the Bulldog to be able to take out Nemesis, but will fall quickly. 2 down for each team. Druck, meanwhile, going to be able to get onto this B site, the only player alive, and is still possibly going to be able to get the capture. Not quite. He's going to fall.
That's a big stop right there for BBG. Preventing B from switching hands. This allows them to try to continue to apply pressure while in control of the game. Thus far, previously, where they were able to get those 2-3 downs, but they were always on their back foot in the trip cap when they were doing that. Now, suddenly they have control of the map. All these kills, they act as gravy for the team. Oh my God.
Oh no!
They should count that on the kill feed for Collect. He just completely baited that rocket into the wall, and well, Collect didn't take a lick of damage, and well, the other player, we'll see them 8 seconds later.
Oh, that hurt me to watch, Tools. That was painful. So well played though from Collect. I agree. He should get kill credit, at least an assist. You know, it only feels fair.
Yeah, it's discrediting his performance right there. You know what I was saying? He needs to have the kill on the roster. That being said, it's 244, and while desperation is needed, oh, Eco, yeah, Eco's going for a little something fancy right there. That might be the longest ninja attempt I think I've ever seen. It won't be successful, as C will remain in the hands of BBG for now. Soul Snipe last to fall. Eco and Collect working with each other towards the A site. But Eco, he has B on his mind. He wants to be able to try to stop that push. Not going to happen, as it looks like Built by Gamers are able to survive for just a bit longer.
Well, we were worried about how BBG were going to start this series, and I would say rightfully so, because they really came out flat to start this game. But I would say the positive thing, it didn't take them 2 games to wake up in the series. They have woken up so far. They have really started to get the ball rolling in this game, and they have very much closed the gap. The problem is, again, it is still probably too little too late, because it's only 6 points standing between Pioneers and the win. But BBG looking much better in this one. And they're giving Pioneers all they can handle right now, as a close to a trip cap for BBG, and it looks like they're going to get it.
Hey, you know, we saw 226 points of unanswered time for Pioneers to start this game. The same exact thing could happen for Built by Gamers. It's very easy to control the map when you have a trip cap, and well, it's 2 points a second. The Pioneers, they can't rest. If they come up off their spawn, it's about getting these kills right away, stop the bleeding, and get advantage on the map. You only need 6 ticks on the clock, but they can feel so daunting when the rest of Built by Gamers is breathing down your neck.
Man, I feel like Precision heard us hyping up Collect with that stalker rifle and said, hold up a minute, let me show you what I got, because was really just dominating outside of B-site there with it, and is really a big part of why BBG are just now within 50 points here. Pioneers have been stalled. They're going to be able to get the cap here on C. They're going to need a quick response, BBG, to keep this game alive. Just a couple points remaining. Oh, just in time. BBG gets onto that A side. They need to respond, though. Soul Snipe looking for B. Has the Bulldog. Is going to fall, but it's just not quite enough, as the Pioneers will grab game 1.
They just got into the game way too late into that cycle. Pioneers had just dominated so early on, and really it was an insurmountable amount to come back from. Built by Gamers having a very promising second half, but you just can't let games get to that point. You know, you can go on a 20 kill run towards the end of the game in a Slayer, but if you're down by 30 early on, it's not going to matter, and that's really what happened at the beginning of that game. A 226-12 lead is essentially like a 38-8 lead in Slayer. You know, there's just nothing you can really do except start getting yourselves primed and ready for the next map. Comebacks feel impossible, but momentum, I say, is about even on both sides. Built by Gamers had a lot of promise towards the end of that game.
Yeah, it really kind of felt like BBG had dug, about 5.5 feet of their 6-foot grave there by the time that they really got rolling. But I think you're right. The momentum should be fairly even, because despite BBG losing that game, they really were great in the second half and just weren't able to close the gap significantly enough. And now we head over to Slayer, which should be very interesting here, because of course this is a game type that BBG really got taken advantage of by Esports Arena Red. They very much faltered in Game 2 of their first series of the day, and we'll have to see if Pioneers are firing on all cylinders. Collect has been looking really good today and was looking great in that last game. If they let Collect get rolling, Soul Snipe as well, this could be a 2-0 lead for Pioneers. So really going to need to see an early and emphatic response from BBG, as that's going to be Eco going down. Nemesis picking that one up, looking for the camo. Not quite going to be able to get it, though.
Well, Pioneers, they come out to their early start once again. It looks like Built by Gamers not learning their lesson. Druck able to get that sword as well, although they know his position. Oh my god, he stuck him. Oh, that's a fadeaway if you ever seen one. Just hitting him with the bing bong across the map. Sword eventually falls, but that's gonna be a devastating one. Oh, yo, Eco. Okay, that didn't work out, but that was so smart. He hit the curb slide from up high, trying to gain as much distance as possible, using the curb slide to go all the way to sword platform. Avature was ready for it, but I love the smart thought from Eco right there, trying to take all the advantages possible. Just a better lunge from Aperture at the end of the day.
I mean, that was Eco with the Kobe, trying to hit the fadeaway jumper with the sticky and just missing over the top of Aperture's head, and that means the kill goes over to the swordsman in that one. But that was fun to watch. That was, a little spicy early play there from Eco. Sword coming back out here for Aperture. Is going to be able to chase down Eco once again. Stabs that man in the back. Eating a lot of nades here. Is going to fall. That's a kill for Collect. very important one there, but BBG has actually grabbed the lead here from the Pioneers early on. This is the kind of start that we were asking for, Tools. You love to see it. That's precision falling to Collect, though, and he is on his game early on.
Yeah, priority number one has to be get the sword and shock rifle out of your opponent's hands. Collect able to get the shock rifle out, but the sword still roaming around loose. I think Eco, yeah, there you go. Eco able to get that into his hands, and he takes Aperture out, and suddenly Pioneers have control of just about everything. As, oh no, Eco's punched it and connect. Oh, that's a tough look, but still able to get the kill. Collect will get the sniper right off its rack. Oh my, yo, did he just... Oh, that's so unfortunate for Collect. He's like, yeah, I'm sitting here, I'm camouflaged. No way someone comes around this corner. And, well, it did not come true. Built by Gamers able to stop the camo short before it could get that shock rifle in its hands. And now suddenly Built by Gamers set up very well for the mid-game.
Yeah, they're on a roll right now. Precision and Aperture looking really strong, though Precision is going to fall there as we jump over to take a look here at Drux. 6 kills so far, a couple assists on top of that as well, rotating over in front of the sword spawn here, trying to get up towards the top of Elevator, peeking out towards the top of that B site, wants to chase this player down, has to juke out the frag, and playing a little bit slower, waiting for the support of the team. All 4 players up on both sides. Shots coming across mid, and Druck playing his life, playing slow here. That's going to be 1 kill picked up. Is Eco going to be able to take out Nemesis? And good job from Pioneers here, as it felt like BBG were maybe kind of starting to pull away. They slow the game down. They've settled here. And now only 1 kill separating these squads. Shock rifle, perfect there from Druck. His Aperture's gonna fall, and here come the Pioneers.
Druck is swinging. Might as well call him Peter Parker. That's trying to get everywhere he can go. That shock rifle gonna go down, and honestly, that's gonna be the most important weapon to keep your eye out. That shock rifle can absolutely change the game in a heartbeat. Oh, Aperture, great spot right there, but not able to get away with his life. And now Collect has a great opportunity. He's Camo trying to get away. Camo not able to get away. It's going to be a double for Collect. He racks him up, and it's 3 down and make it potentially 4 as Collect gets the damage in. Eco not able to get the trade. Aperture somehow able to survive the 1v2. A huge swing for Built by Gamers, because that would have been a devastating blow. A clean 4 down that's wiped away from the heroics of Aperture.
Yeah, that was such a huge double for Aperture to slow down Collect. Looked like he was just ready to take this game over, but the lead still maintained here from BBG. Druck looking for the trade there, but it's going to get taken out by Coach Cobb. And these teams just going back and forth. It's still the 1 kill lead for the side of BBG. Sword is up, and here comes everybody. They're going to start to converge on this area of the map. Soul Snipe able to pick one up. Druck as well. Energy Sword will belong to the Pioneers if they want it. Shock Rifle in the hands of Collect. Looks like he just wants to play defense. Wants BBG to funnel into this area and give them the kills that they're looking for. They've regained the lead. They're up by 2, but they want to make it just a little bit bigger. Soul Snipe going to look for the chase there, but Cobb will take him out. Now Collect, looking for the aggressive push. Might get punished for it.
Just chilling. 39 all. Collect really has the game in his hands with his shock rifle. Needs to hit some big ones. He's getting pushed by 2, and it's a suffocating collapse from Built by Gamers. And while Aperture's trying to keep the pressure on, not able to get that kill as that player swings away. Precision comes in with the assist, and Aperture knows that there's a player still lurking, but Druck able to find the first. Druck not able to get Precision, so suddenly Built by Gamers find themselves in the driving position of this game. It's their game to close out as Pioneers are down by 3.
The last time BBG had that 3 or 4 kill lead, Pioneers did a good job of slowing the game down to bring it close once again. They have to do it here once again, down by 2. These kills so important. The peek there from Collect, not going to secure the kill, frags out. Not going to grab anything here as well, looking for this player. Trying to jump for the chase, is going to eat the nade, and actually Nemesis gets the kill. That's huge. It's still a 2 kill lead for BBG.
Precision working his angles. He wants to find this player before they get away, but smart dechow from that player from the Pioneers, able to get down and low, and Precision will have to give up on that kill. Able to get one. They're within 2 to finishing out this game. Precision's weak, though. Oh, does Precision find the kill? No, once again, the stairs being so elusive to Precision. Not able to get the kill. Collect gets one, and well built by Gamers, they survive. The onslaught Pioneers go down 50-47. We're tied up 1-all as we go into the next objective.
That was a hell of a Slayer game, and one of the closest that I've watched in a while. These teams just going back and forth and back again, and I think it's so funny that it almost felt like a handshake from both squads to just say, hey, we both need about 15 kills here. We'll just leave the energy sword on its spawn. We'll just, we'll fight the area. We'll just leave it over there, though. And ultimately, BBG coming out really ice in their veins in this game. It felt like every time Pioneers started to build a little momentum, got a lead, started to come back, BBG were able to settle down, win a trade or two, regain map control, and just stall all of those pushes from the Pioneers. So that was honestly a very impressive game from the side of BBG.
Yeah, and if I had to pick an MVP, it would have been Aperture. I mean, remember his 1v2 that he got at bottom elevator. I think it changed the complete pace of the game. Pioneers are starting to roll with it. They had 3 down, looking for 4. Collect gets them to 1 shot. Eco can't find the finish. He eventually gets both those kills as Aperture survives, and from there, his team just never really gave up the lead again. And well, he also finished this team with the game with the most slays for his team. I believe he's at 16 or 17 by the end of that one. So shout out to Aperture, really coming in big in game 2. And you know, it's a huge relief when you don't go down to 0-2 in the series. Tying it up at 1-1 is really a crucial point in this best of 5.
Yeah, I mean, BBG would have very much had their backs against the wall going into Game 3, and now picking up a very important Slayer there now means even going into this one, it's time for some CTF, and both teams going to look for early control of the camo. That's going to be a kill onto Aperture. Good job here from Drock, going to be able to get up to top mid, pick up camo. Maybe gives it up to that player, Coach Cobb. Gonna get taken out. Druck not with a heavy focus onto that camo, and we'll see how it works out from him. Able to get over here and pick up the early flag. Let's see if Pioneers can kick this off with an early capture.
Yeah, I liked how Druck just kept pushing forward. You know, he missed the camouflage. It was unfortunate, but he knew that he had a job to do. Gets that flag, able to get the kill, and eventually that camouflage went all the way back to Mr. Soul Snipe, who, look at him, he's holding onto this camo, and he's going to die, but it's down back on their base. There's plenty of opportunity for his team to get back in position and pick it up. And if as much time has gone off the clock, like, there's a real opportunity that we see a dual camo at some point in this game. I'm interested to see if a player did get away with that camouflage yet. Yeah, I think one of the players has camo. Yeah, so someone from the Pioneers did get camo, and they're lurking around somewhere as Eco finds a kill.
Yeah, Eco able to prevent that flag getting dropped down to the bottom of the map here, and that's important. Much easier control to get that return as there is Eco with the camo on board. It's a 1-0 lead here for Pioneers, possibly looking for this return, but spots out that player from BBG and is maybe looking for the flank. Can't pick that one up, but Druck and Collect doing work. That's all 4 down for BBG, and here come the Pioneers.
Yeah, I love that. Pioneers once again getting aggressive. Flag already back to home as Collect looks to stamp it in. Eco coming out strong in the beginning game. 6-2 for him as they got the opening camouflage, but it looks like BBG might have just stolen away one of their own as Collect checks his corner. He's got to be weary of the camouflage player that lays in wait.
Collect getting out of danger here with the assistance of Soul Snipe, and Soul Snipe with the heat wave, able to pick up the double kill, even taking out Coach Cobb there at the end. Pioneers slaying out right now. They're looking solid. Eco and Druck carrying the load on that front, and Pioneers with a strong lead here as Eco with the commando able to take out Nemesis and looking for more.
Yeah, Eco's making that commando look easy. It's not that easy, man.
I agree.
That was a hell of a shot from across the way, and I want to rewind ourselves a little bit back to the play that Soul Snipe made up over at P2 with the weapon that you see on your screen. That heat wave was so important. One, because he got the double kill. Two, because the double kill included the camouflage player, and that really stopped the push before BBG could get anything going. And you're seeing how impactful the heat wave is. Once again, stopping a flag in its tracks, as now Druck puts it to use.
I love Druck there. I thought we were playing Call of Duty for a second, going with the little 360 no-scope with the heat wave to pick up that kill. Works out, able to get the return on the flag. Now hunting for this flag of BBG. That's going to be Precision going down, and Pioneers, they don't seem happy dropping that second game. They're out for blood here in game 2. They've got the 2-0 lead, and they're looking to increase it here as Druck with the respawn, now back at full force are the Pioneers. That's going to be a little trade as Eco's going to fall, but oh my god, assists and kills left and right here as this is going to be BBG getting into the Pioneers base. That flag is out. They're looking to get on the board.
Remember, BBG been in this position before. They went down early in Aquarius flag in their first series, and they were able to put the flags back on board and eventually win that game. Precision trying his best to stay alive as that flag finds itself in a precarious spot, but it will eventually be captured as Nemesis comes in and helps with the finish. And look at this, they're already trying to get a second one out and away. Camouflage not going to be impactful as Collect falls, and this could be one of the quicker answers that you'll see in a game.
Yeah, Collect, I believe, still burning the camo, so it is gone, but not getting any use out of it, and that's 4 dead for BBG again. So Pioneers will get the return. Can they get that BBG flag out of the base? Though it doesn't look like it for now. The respawns have come through, though. Nice grenade there from Collect, will pick up a kill, and here comes Pioneers. They know that they've got the advantage right now, and they're pushing for another capture. Heat wave in the back of the base. Down goes Aperture, looking for one more here. Not gonna get it, though. And they've been stalled for the moment.
That's a tough one to lose right there. You want to be able to hit that heat wave shot. Unfortunately, just hit the corner, and now Nemesis will be the one who has the next shot with that thing in the back pocket. You can start to see how BBG trying to creep up the map. Unfortunately, they're just all separated from each other, and at least 2 individual deaths. And this player from Pioneers over at the P side can cause some true havoc for the Built by Gamers squad. As you see Nemesis fall, Collect gets 2, and yeah, it was Collect over at P2. Like I said, he was going to be able to cause some havoc. He does. He gets the kills, pushes forward, and now the Pioneers in a great position to pull out yet another flag.
Yeah, Druck with the heat wave once again, able to take out Precision, but a well-placed nade there from Nemesis will take Druck out, and it now feels like every time the Pioneers try to push into the BBG base, they get stalled. And BBG just holding the line for the time being, still down by 1 on the scoreboard, but plenty of time to play with.
And the thing for Pioneers is they don't necessarily have to be too worried about getting flag caps in this position. All you really want to see from them is remaining aggressive. You don't want to see them let off the gas pedal whatsoever, and they're going to continue to pull flags. They're going to continue to be near base. If Built by Gamers wants to counter on this team, it's about getting a clean 2-4 down. Was there? Okay, no, there wasn't. I thought there was a player.
I thought I saw a player too.
Dude, I think it was a dead body.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, how did he just leave that thing? And then I looked at that. I was like, okay, I see 3 players up and 3 players in front of him. So, wasn't a player. I was so confused for a second. Eco puts in the 3rd flag as BBG down by 2, but a quick counter cap could be on its way as Aperture quickly running through the car side.
Yeah, Soul Snipe and Druck down, which means it's up to Eco and Collect to stall this capture. Aperture having to stop momentarily, but is going to be able to get up into the base. Nades coming through.
Oh, that's Aperture can't. Oh, wow.
Oh,
that's a
no.
big fight to lose. Fortunately, his team was there to respond, but that could have been a devastating blow if they didn't find that kill on the Pioneers player. Nemesis trying to keep his base under control. He will be able to find Soul Snipe, so BBG back to a familiar situation, only down by 1, 4 minutes to work with to get a game-tying flag on board.
20 seconds on camo, so we're going to have to keep an eye on if anybody can get map advantage here in the next 5 to 10 seconds. Eco's going to fall to Nemesis, looking for the double here. Collect going to grab a kill into precision. That's going to be Druck falling, so the advantage here to BBG. 3 were down for Pioneers. Camo is up. Camo has been secured here by BBG. Now what can they do? Can they tie this game up?
Collect's going to be able to cause some mayhem, though. He's going to be able to get right into this flag. I think already has that nice pistol skin that you got from the drops today watching the Valencia tournament, the EU regional happening this weekend. Oh, Collect, he loves to watch some Halo, and he's using it to work right away. Able to behind the first and just maybe a little bit too aggressive on getting towards that flag. Maybe could have gone forward, try to get some more kills, but the Pioneers, they find a clean wipe. Cobb going to be the first one up, as Neighbor going to have to be able to push forward and find some more slays. Ooh, Soul Snipe just getting caught out. I think he had the right idea on how to take that reach out, but just terrible timing on his end. Gets caught by 2 grenades, and that flag sitting in a returnable spot, and that's exactly what happens. Return comes in, and Pioneers with a flag that probably gets away from them. They had the clean wipe, they had the pull, but it was Neighbor who came in with some clutch nades. The coach of Built by Gamers coming in clutch for the roster.
Yeah, Soul Snipe had his dancing shoes on today, tried to get the fancy footwork to avoid those nades, but wasn't able to do so. And a great response from BBG to get not only get that return, but now they're going to be able to pull this flag. And okay, it seems like everybody needs to get into the custom games to just work on your flag juggling, because I feel like everybody has had a couple of misplays on that so far today. But it's okay. We'll see. Can BBG tie this one up? The Pioneers flag out of the base. And here comes Eco trying to stall this push. Lots of nades out. Just wants to buy time for his team to come in for the response. And that should be a return. The one player getting in behind them with that heat wave. This could be a problem. The Avature gonna fall. Can they get the return? That should be it. 2 players on the flag. They're even gonna push to pull the flag of BBG here. And this could be Pioneers taking control of this game.
Yeah, Eco a really important player here. He has a clear cut to the rotation of the BBG players. The cutoff secure. You see those 2 assists come in. He's looking for the 3rd as well. That player is positioned well, known as Soul Snipe will get it. It's a clean 4 down. Although, look, they got a P1 spawn. Able to get into the fight right away. I just don't think it'll be enough. Ooh, maybe. Druck's choking. That flag is still out. Oh no, this could be disastrous for KCP. They thought it was easy. Oh, but they're winning the fights in the back base. Eco once again proving to be a clutch player, but that flag's going to get returned. Collects in a great spot to keep it running, but that's a flag that got away from him.
Yeah, unfortunate there. Looks like Druck just kind of missed that first mantle to get up to the platform, and that just a little bit of time meant the response was able to come through from BBG, and they don't, or they avoid that capture for the Pioneers, I should say. But a very quick response from the Pioneers. The flag going to be returned once again. So BBG really bending, but not breaking right now, and they keep Pioneers within arm's reach. But 30 seconds on the clock. They're running out of time here in Game 3.
They quickly need to make some impactful plays. Nemesis getting right into this base. He's able to find the assist once big as Nemesis stayed alive for as long as he did, because it allowed his teammates to get into a position to try to get base control. Unfortunately, they just lose the fight, and with 10 seconds left, there's not enough time. Pioneers will survive the onslaught as they take a 2-1 map advantage in our best of 5.
Man, that was such a good game played from BBG. And unfortunately, it's kind of a similar story to the last time that we saw them on Aquarius CTF, where they give up that early lead. They have to work from behind. Now, the first time they were able to grab the win, but against a team like Pioneers, they're not going to give you as many opportunities. And BBG looking good, really stalling a lot of those pushes from Pioneers. They kept themselves in that game and kept themselves within 1 point for the better half of that Game 3, but it just wasn't enough. And now BBG with their backs against the wall going into Game 4. This is going to be a very tough test for them to stay alive in this best of 5.
Yeah, I think that really when you see the two teams, there's just one big difference, and it felt like Built by Gamers in that last game, they were surviving, right? In the meantime, Pioneers, they look like they're thriving. They are able to take this aggressive play and find opportunities and get flat caps. Now, sometimes it can be a little bit dirty. Sometimes they get too ahead of themselves. Like we saw Druck missing a jump a couple times, buying a little bit too much time for Built by Gamers to get into position and try to find counter opportunities. But that's the thing. It's always been counter opportunities for Built by Gamers. They need to create their own opportunities. It's not about surviving in this game. It's about forging your own path. And thus far, Built by Gamers have been reactive instead of proactive. And that's where the Pioneers have really found the advantage in this series thus far.
Yeah, and if you go back to the Slayer game, that's the one game in the series where BBG came out, they took control early, and they never really let it go. And that's certainly going to be the formula for them here in Game 4, because if they want to live to fight another day, don't let Pioneers get comfortable. Don't let them get in their rhythm early on in the game, because if you do, you just make your work so much more difficult to try and make the comeback. We're getting ready for game number 4. I'm very curious exactly what we are going to be playing here in game 4. I just want to double check here if the TOs could let me know. Grand Finals.
I'm going to guess King of the Hill.
It is Oddball.
It's a shame.
Recharge. Oddball on
what a
Recharge.
Shame.
And if we get game 5, it's Slayer on Live Fire.
Yeah, I was hoping for King of the Hill in our grand final. It's not going to happen. We get Oddball instead. But hey, you know, Oddball always fun and true. We can see some massive stat lines being popped up here. So, you know, as we get to our side of the game, I wonder if the admins can give us an updated count on the kills. Yes. That's what I'm interested in, because we're getting close to figuring out who is that final kill leader for the fantasy stuff today.
I would be very curious if our TOs do have those numbers, maybe our top 2 or 3 kill leaders and where they're at. That would be very awesome, because I'm very curious to see where that's at. I will say, I'm feeling good about Collect hitting 105 kills.
Ooh,
the thing, though, is I'm not feeling good that that'll be the kill leader, because I actually think Eco has been fragging like crazy so far tonight.
Yeah, Eco, I think, has a big claim to it. I also think that Nemesis could be in that conversation as well, and I think Mr. Soul Snipe as well. In fact, if I had to put a venture out there, I'd say Mr. Soul Snipe probably has the lead thus far. But you have to remember, a little bit of a closer games to start in the previous series, so they were able to pick up a little bit more kills. So it could be a reality where one of the players from BBG ends up with the most kills in the game. And I think Precision probably also going to be in that conversation. So a lot of interesting variables to come to play. I'm curious as to where the kills. I think my kill count for Collect might be pretty good.
Yeah.
So like when I did it, I think I did it at like him averaging like 18 kills a game. I don't think he's averaging that much. So what I did was I was like, I think he's going to average like 18 kills a game at like 7 games is what I had him winning at. But that gets you to like 124, 125. I feel pretty confident about that number, but it's going to really depend on this last game.
I think that's good math. And hey, we're going into the 7th game, at least for the Pioneers. BBG, of course, played 1 extra game in that first round, so that certainly does benefit Precision and Nemesis. We'll have to see how things shake out on that front. But we are getting ready to get into this game number 4 of our grand finals. Do you want to say something real fast for the folks at home? If you don't follow us on Twitter, you may have missed. We had a very special announcement today. We've got a brand new partner coming on board here for Series E, and it's a brand you may all know, and it's our good friends Mike and Ike. We got some sweet stuff in the plans here for Series E. So excited about that. So shout out to everybody at Mike and Ike. We appreciate your support and you guys coming on board here with us at Series E. Do want to let you folks know we've got some cool stuff planned very, very soon. Keep an eye out on social media and our streams in the coming week. Some very cool stuff on the way. But I'm curious, are you a Mike and Ike's fan, Tools?
It's a go-to at the movie theaters. You know, a lot of people like to put the duds in. I like the Mike and Ike's. You know what I'm saying? I think it goes really well with popcorn. That being said, I'm excited to see some Mike and Ike on there. Really, some great opportunities there. I think Mike and Ike's are just one of the best candies out there. But I'm a big fan of the fruity candies. You know what I'm saying? I like the fruit flavors.
I'm the same way, and I'm the kind of dude who I like to get like a little handful and just kind of throw them all in. And for me, Mike and Ike's is like one of the few fruit candies where like it doesn't get tired after a while. That flavor still is good, even if I'm like binging on them. So I don't feel as bad about myself. But hey, we're into the Halo action here. It's game number 4. We've got Oddball on recharge. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's Pioneers with the 2-1 lead in this series. They're looking to close out BBG here. We'll see how things shake out. It is an early lead, though, for the Pioneers. They control the ball here to start off round number 1.
Trying to get right into that action. Colette been the player that starts off strong in this game. 3 kills already, and he found himself the shock rifle as well. So look out for Collect this game to really rack up some kills, as he has the shock rifle to work with. Ball still in the hands of Pioneers, and look how much space they have on the map, right? Eco has control of tower. Collect all the way at pipes and ball towards the long haul, and if you were to draw from a top-down view, draw down on the map, you'd see essentially a U. And Callus from G2, the coach, he says you really want to try to find that U on the map, right? It's a dominating position to have. It just forces the other team to play very heavily into you. And it'd be so tough to be able to break through those kinds of spawns. And well, look at that. Collect, able to get the assist on one, the kill on the other. He throws the ball off the Eco. He says, I'm slaying today's game. I'm trying to get that kill leader position. Give me the shock rifle and all the goodies. Oh my, he just got absolutely torqued by a couple days, but he's still alive and looking for more.
Do it for Tools, Collect. He's on the Tools is on the Collect hype train. He's got your back. You gotta back him up here in the kill leader fantasy league. So let's see how it shakes out. Great early lead here for Pioneers, already up to 46 points. That's going to be the 2-man peak onto Aperture, and Pioneers are going to win that. Eco will fall, but they still maintain control of the ball here up near tower. So it looks like finally BBG have taken over here. It's going to be Coach Cobb with the ball. Nemesis with the backup here near tower is able to take out Soul Snipe and trades. That's a big play there from BBG. 3 down for the Pioneers. Make it 4.
Yeah, big job by BBG right there. I mean, we saw essentially 5 kills happen in a matter of 1 second, and BBG able to capitalize on the reduced numbers, now having control of the map. Although Pioneers, they have a great opportunity to find a break, but it's going to be Neighbor who shuts it right down. That shock rifle is so good. Oh, just going to miss the shot. And that is, I love Eco right there, man. He hits the combo. He's like, yeah, I'm just going to leave this nade, and I'm going to ignore you. I'm going to be able to find these kills, and he remains alive. 11-6 for Eco on an absolute tear in the early game.
Yeah, Eco not taking any prisoners here in game number 4, and BBG possibly we're looking for the ball reset there, but the push from Pioneers will take them out. A lot of nades here down into the corner. The ball is eventually going to be reset as Precision able to get into the area, and they take Eco out. Collect quickly following here, and now let's see what BBG can do. They're still 30 points behind in this first round. Camo about to come up. The ball has respawned. Double kill, though, for Drog. Looking for the triple. Not quite going to be able to get it, but that's a huge push from the Pioneers.
Oh, well, the rich get richer. Eco able to get the camouflage. He's dominating the kill feed thus far, and this is certainly going to help. I am trying to stay alive, but oh my, Aperture coming up big, taking the one-on-one. That's what we call a piv. Wins the fight. BBG, although they don't get the ball, I mean, this game could have quickly spiraled away if they had the ball control and camouflage in their running down their throat.
Yeah, Eco tried to be a little sneaky, got spotted when he first picked up the camo, hid behind the boxes, and hoped that he could sneak over towards Elevator without that player spotting him, but unfortunately didn't go his way. Ends up falling here as Druck going to knock down Nemesis. Still the lead here for the Pioneers, and they've been able to build it up to 76 points now. And it looks like just a matter of time before they can take this round. Big kill for Druck, but traded back by Neighbor here, and Collect gonna knock down Precision. The ball down in bottom Elevator, and Collect playing slow, doesn't want to go down without the support of his team, trying to keep this player at bay, is going to take out Nemesis somehow. Collect survives, a player above him, looking for the assassination, is going to take him out, and a little bit of love there after the kill.
Well, you know, Mr. Rogers always said it's all about your friendly neighborhood. You know, who's your neighbor? And, well, Collect, he knows his neighbors well. Gonna get well acquainted with neighbors' face as the teabags come through.
It was just some respect crouching, you know?
Oh, yeah, I definitely felt the respect. Every single one, you know, I really felt like he was trying to go through his legacy and make sure that he just gave a little pump down there for every win neighbor has.
Oh, man, we're into round 2 here of this oddball game. Sticky out to knock that energy sword over towards Coach Cobb, and he is just full of respect here as he's going to take out Eco, looking for the double, but Druck going to finish him off. Well-placed frag there to knock him down, and here comes the sword from the Pioneers. They're looking for the kills here at top elevator. That's going to be one player going down. 2 dead, make it 3. Ooh, good defense from BBG.
Some deaths count more than others, and, well, those kills from Precision could be some of the most impactful of this round, right? Not only did he get a double kill, he was able to stop the sword that Druck had, and now they have a great presence on the map. I think the only difference, I think Shock Rifle might be in the hands of Pioneers. I'm not sure about that, but right now you couldn't ask for a better setup. Precision, though, he knows he needs to stay alive. This sword is so important. And, well, he's going to... I wonder if he's going to try to push into this tower. If I'm Precision right here, I'm maybe try to find the timing to get into that tower instead. He'll back down, try to get to Yellow Pipes. He knows there's a player lurking. And he is able to find the straggler.
Well played here, maintaining control of the sword, though does go down to that nade, and 3 dead for BBG. Open up an opportunity for the Pioneers, but well played from Aperture there to knock down Eco. And Pioneers still without a point on the board here in the second round. Collect finally going to get this kill. Bottom elevator, able to pick up the shock rifle, and is this finally the opportunity for the Pioneers, because BBG are in complete control so far in this second round.
Well, finally Pioneers able to get some life. Ball in their hands. Camo as well for Druck, as it was a clean wipe in their favor. But I mean, look, that Druck just immediately found out camouflage not going to play an impact at all, but Collect answers back, a double kill for him. Soul Snipe says, hey, take the ball for a second, I got this sword to work with. And it's only 1 player left for BBG, but they have the sword, and Collect has to play this careful. And you just see how much respect the sword demands on the map. That could have been, you know, an extra 10, 15 seconds of ball time for Pioneers. Instead, that sword buys enough time for BBG to get it back into a play position, and going to force the Pioneers to play out, get towards that ball. And although everything goes back into the Pioneers' favor, it just shows you how impactful this weapon can be.
Pioneers finally on the board, and Druck was looking for a sneaky kill there with the energy sword, but pops around the corner into the line of sight of 3 different players there from BBG. Is going to go down. Meanwhile, Eco, top tower with the ball, drops it right down to BBG, though, and approaching that 50-point threshold here. BBG still in control in this second round.
Precision having this top control, looking around that cross, and it's just been the setup for BBG. Holding this ball all the way in this back spawn has been very beneficial for them, as they've had just a suffocating presence on the map. Really, the Pioneers not having much opportunity to find kills. And look at Precision. Precision's not letting him go anywhere. Beaten and bruised. It's going to be Collect at the end of that exchange as Precision gets more ball time.
BBG looking solid. That first round of oddball wasn't great, as the Pioneers got that early lead and kept BBG on the back foot, but they have reversed roles this time around, and BBG have just done such a good job at preventing any sort of coordinated push into top elevator. Every time Pioneers are fighting at a significant numbers disadvantage, and that allows them to pick up power weapons, continue to rack up points. A very nice point total here For the side of BBG is the shock rifle peek from Eco, not gonna
Wait. Oh, yo, Eco, you walling Eco? What the hell was that? What was he shooting at?
I am not entirely sure.
Oh, I gotta watch that on he was shooting at a wall right into the reticle. That was I mean, it's Eco, right? So it's obvious he's not cheating, but what the hell was that? That was like the most, looked like something fishy was going on thing I've seen. Maybe there was a grenade on the ground.
Well, he was shooting at the ball carrier, right? So he's maybe seeing the
he saw the icon.
Probably.
Oh my god!
I think
is that
that's
what
he
is?
saw, and, and maybe
crazy.
thought he had a peek, but the player was actually down on the ramp. That's my guess.
No, that's definitely what happened. Oh my god! I was like, what the hell was that? I was just shooting the floor. Yeah, I guess that player did have ball. Oh my god, that makes sense. That's really funny. That's really smart by Eco, right? To use that ball icon as a pre-aim. And what's so interesting about it is not only did because he was perfectly aligned on that head, and the ball doesn't go, the icon goes above the head, right? So very interesting that he knows exactly where to place that reticle in comparison to the ball to get a headshot. Wildly entertaining round 2 as we're going to be moving into round 3. Eco wasn't able to get that shot off, but man, was that was wild to watch.
We had to take a minute there to figure out what the hell we had just seen, but we are into the final round here of Game 4, and BBG need this one to stay alive in these grand finals and force a Game 5. The fight is over. Active camo here to start off this round. Cobb gonna pick up the kill. Doesn't pick up the camo. Looks like another player grabbed it. I'm not quite sure what happened there, but Nemesis with the backup as they're going to take out Eco, and nobody's picked up the ball just yet. Nemesis in the area did get the camo here. We'll have the grapple, and now what can he do? Takes out Soul Snipe top tower, and this is a great start from BBG. No points on the board yet, but he's going to be able to grapple the ball, and BBG, let's go.
Able to get the opening ball time. Nemesis gets that shock rifle back into his hands, and it's imperative for him to hit some critical shots. You got to think Pioneer is going to start, treating this more and more serious as this game goes on. They don't want to go into a Game 5 because Slayers, anything can happen. And this is their opportunity to finish off this game. Soul Snipe able to find the assist. That ball just sitting in the open, and well, it's a perfect nadeable spot. Fortunately for Soul Snipe, that ball going to get away from him.
Yeah, good job, though, just slowing BBG down there. Soul Snipe understanding that he didn't have the numbers advantage, and it was a very dangerous peak to step out there, and waits his turn, able to get out here, pick up a double kill, maybe look for a triple. Eco's going to pick that one up. Looks like double kills for 2 different players there on the Pioneers. They've now got the ball. They're looking to tie things up here with BBG. Precision coming back up. Both teams at full force, and now we'll see as it seems like Pioneers content to control top elevator here as Aperture going to try and get in the area, waiting for those cross peaks from tower. Isn't going to overstep, and Pioneers have now taken the lead.
Aperture able to at least get some value out of that push. Basically went into a crossfire into a 1v2, and well, getting one is always going to be ideal. Like, just like, let me out of here. It's not going to happen. Camouflage once again going into the hands of BBG as they're able to retake the lead.
This is getting scary here for the Pioneers. They may be forced to slay out in a Game 5 if this game continues in the direction it's going in. That's a double kill and a well-placed shot from Precision there. Looking solid with this shock rifle. Having a great performance in this game. Aperture, though, leading in the slays with 32 kills, 21 deaths. Aperture having a hell of a performance here to keep BBG alive.
And Precision just trying to take the jiggle peaks. Able to get at least some damage in. He eventually does fall. The push from the Pioneers is in, but it looks like it's going to be a one-on-one towards the ball. But I love the rotation. BBG quick on it. They don't even try to entertain those players towards Turbine. They just go immediately. Nemesis throws 4 grenades, and Soul Snipe's like, I thought they were going to end at some point. Nemesis says, not get back over here. I'm going to punch your lights out. And now suddenly it's only Eco who's alive, and the Built by Gamers, they find themselves 30 seconds away from pushing us to a game 5.
And that's what's so nice about that spot with the frag grenade spawn, is it's just a very simple task to hold and stall the push here into the backside of towers. You just, you know, space out the throws on those nades, you get the pickups so you can throw 4, and it just makes it so difficult to push through there, even if you have a numbers advantage, and it works in BBG's favor. Now up to 74 points in this final round of Oddball, and they've come alive in this series. They've picked up the shock rifle here, or I should say Eco for Pioneers has picked up the shock rifle, and a couple of kills there. Pioneers not going down without a fight. They've got the ball. They've got 44 points to their name, and Precision is down because Eco is not missing right now.
And this is a tough look for BBG because this was their game to lose. Neighbor, he got the camouflage, but he immediately went down, and now suddenly you're facing a red-hot Eco of a shock rifle as he's going to be able to find another one. Ooh, that player was so close to peeking, and you better know Eco is ready for it. The reset comes in, but Pioneer's already set up to play for the reset as Eco finds the reposition. Oh, this is looking tough for BBG. They need to find some critical kills as Eco goes in for the chow. The push comes through. Eco just had no more shots to give, and they're going to be able to take tower control back. And shock rifle in the hands of Aperture as BBG tries to survive the comeback of Pioneers.
That was such an important kill there for Aperture because Eco was just getting so much map control for the side of Pioneers, was helping them close that gap, and with Soul Snipe going down here, 2 dead for the side of Pioneers. BBG trying to stop the bleeding here, retake control of this round. They need 26 points here to force game number 5, but the margin's so slim here as that's going to be Eco picking up a double kill, though 3 of his teammates dead. He's going to fall as well, and BBG giving the Pioneers all they can handle here. That's going to be a kill assist for Collect, trying to keep them alive. The ball is down top tower. Can Pioneers get there in time?
It's going to be a tough look. Druck using that grapple to reposition. He gets up high, and it looks like he's trying to create a pinch. Collect went down, but he did his job. He got 1 to go. Druck gets the next, and well, ball for Druck. And I like this. He's getting it right towards his team spawn. That ball, though, it's just his valuable time that he needs to be getting for the team. And there you go. You finally see he has 1 grapple to use to get away if needed. Oh, my God. Eco playing so smart from down in the pit. Precision going to be able to find that kill, but I think his damage is already dealt, as now it's just Nemesis last alive. He's trying to make a heroic play, but Druck comes out on top, and suddenly the game's tied, and the BBG find themselves having to be 3 down. It's about desperation time for these guys over at Built by Gamers, and while Druck, he's watching the bottom walkway, he'll have the information. Oh, look at the 2 swing by over by BBG trying to get a turbine. 1 was able to get there. Eco gets another. Collect finds his own. Druck gets the last, and now it's just Ball all by his lonesome, and there you go. The grapple coming in clutch once again. What a way to finish a game and a statement as the Pioneers win 3-1, coming back in our final round of Oddball.
That was so well played from the Pioneers, and especially Druck getting that ball to his team. Those top elevator holds in Oddball have been the hardest to break throughout that entire Game 4, and just great recognition there from Pioneers. They know that if you need to, bridge that gap, close out this game, if you can get that setup at top elevator, you're going to have great sight lines to defend the ball, and it's just so difficult for BBG to break in there, and Pioneers end up pushing it to a victory. That was such an exciting finish, and typically, I'm not the biggest fan of Oddball. It's certainly a slower, longer game. It produces a lot of kills, but that is one of the most entertaining and back-and-forth Oddball games I have seen in a long time, and both of those teams really were firing on all cylinders in that final performance.
Yeah, you really saw it back and forth. Every team had opportunities within that game. We saw a pretty substantial win from KCP in round 1. Built by Gamers answered back with their own, and then BBG tried to carry that momentum into round 3, but the Pioneers find the comeback, and they found the crucial kills when they counted the most, right? When they had the best position and the best timing, that's when they got the 3 or 4 down, and that's what made the difference at the end of the day. My boy Eco went off today, though. He was fragging and the absolute end of that game, and he just find themselves in the important positions on the map as well. I think it was a big part of the Pioneers' wins today. BBG can, they can hold their head pretty high. They were pretty competitive in that match, but it's just not enough to get the job done versus Pioneers.
Yeah, I mean, I think, it certainly is going to sting to lose, but I think that is a performance that they should be proud of, especially, when you talk about, hey, that's not their full roster, and even though KCP is not playing with their full roster, when your subs are Eco and Collect, that's a scary team to have to play up against, and I think BBG looked really good in this series, and they have a lot of positives to take away from that one. That is going to be the end of our bracket, though, Tools. This was a very fun day of Halo. We had a lot of great games.
Yeah, it was a blast to watch them. It was better to watch them with you, Yasso, and I always like to see the Pioneers boys up on top. They did a great job. Hey, shout out to the $500 that they won. I think that would be enough to buy you at least 200 bags of Tyson chicken, right? So they have plenty to eat this week. I'm sure they'll spend that money wisely.
You've got your head in the right place, Tools. I love it. Always a pleasure to hang out with you, my friend. Thanks so much for being here with me today. That is going to do it, though, for us, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you enjoyed all of the action this week for Tyson Week. We will be back next week. Important to note, a week off from Halo and Apex Legends, right? Couple of big lands going on, big tournaments. So no Halo next week. Enjoy your 4th of July. No Apex. We will have Guilty Gear Strive on Thursday, so don't miss out on that. And don't worry, Tools will be back real soon for some more Halo action. But for myself, Tools, the entire live broadcast crew, and everybody here at Esports Arena, thank you so much for joining us here tonight. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next time.